Hello everybody, I am Purple, and today joining me in the commentator's booth is Spooky Poops, a top 500, oh wait, no, just Grandmaster, Orisa Flare, top 500 Spooky Poops, just checking in, and then we got Caroline as well, also joining me today, who will be commentating some of the matches. I don't remember actually what characters you play now, because you used to play a lot of Mercy, but you've been kind of mixing it up more recently?
Yeah. Just trying to be a good flex, you know?
Yeah. Better be
nice
flexible.
Thing to have in your pocket. Yeah.
So like an Ana as well, every now and then?
Every now and then, but not just healers.
I thought it was Torbjorn and Junkrat.
Yeah, Junkrat's a good one. Junkrat's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So looks like we're just getting our fourth person in for our 4v4 of DOJO today. We're gonna do some pregame interviews from conducted by Spooky Poops. Spooky, who do you want to drag into the interview room?
Oh, so I'm doing the interviewing?
Yeah.
Oh, this will be fun. Okay, so I can pick anybody from the team right now?
Yeah, anybody. We can just drag them into the interview room.
Ooh, this is a good one. Okay, let's do I want to get Kevin in here, right? Midi.
Yiddy, yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, we'll get Kevin.
Let's get Midi in here.
We're gonna pull him mid sentence. Ready? Let's go. Hey Kevin, you're here for one of the pregame interviews conducted by Spooky Poops. He's gonna ask you a few questions about the game, and you're gonna give us your reaction.
All right, we are live. What's up, Kevin? How you doing, my dude?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you, Spooky?
Good. How you feeling about today's game?
Feeling pretty confident. Very glad I'm with Mason. Don't want to get my ass kicked the first game.
What strategy are you guys looking at in this first game?
I don't know yet. Probably gonna.
Just general.
Probably gonna play a healer. That's what he plays in comp.
Gotcha.
Mason will most likely play something, probably DPS. I'll probably play a tank.
Nice choice. So who do you think is going to be the biggest opposition character on the other team? Do you think it'll be Destruction, Captain Gus, Mr. Mitch? Who do you think is going to give you guys the most trouble?
Mr. Mitch is a diamond, but I also talked to him before we got all together. So I hear he plays healer. So gotcha. I don't think he's gonna be that big. Dom likes in like a competitive sort of game mode. Dom likes playing healer, so I'm also not super scared right there. But then most likely we'll have Jonas on Mercy. because of his
Pulling
low
out the
SR
mercy.
and the fact that he doesn't play very often.
Fair enough.
Don't forget
enough.
though that Brick and
Playing
Dom
well.
are both near diamond level players as well. They've both made it up to 27 or 2800 this competitive season.
True,
Oh.
true. I'll definitely be scared of Dom Soldier, but I'm pretty sure I'm feeling the Winston tonight, so I'm not really scared of Brick. He'll probably be on Genji.
Nice.
All right.
So one last question for Kevin here. Kevin, who do you think is the best Overwatch character? Now choose wisely. There's only
Oh,
one
boy.
correct answer.
Wait, there's only one correct
Only one
answer?
correct?
There's
Yeah,
only
you're-
one correct answer. Who is the best Overwatch character?
It's definitely not a risk, so I can definitely
All right, let's get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Yeah. Bring
All
in the
right.
next guest, please.
So now we're gonna let's bring in someone from the other team. Let's get someone over there.
let's get. I haven't talked to Destruction in a while.
Dumb.
Yeah, you know what? Just throw in whoever.
Okay, we'll get Dom in here.
No.
Yeah.
Hey Dom, you're here for our pregame interview. You have some questions to answer from Spooky about the game that's going to be happening in just a moment.
Alrighty.
Ooh, nice. All right, Dom. First question. I want to see who you think is going to be the biggest pain in the butt on the other team tonight.
Like the player?
Yeah. Who do you think is going to give you guys the most problems in this game?
Probably Kevin.
Ooh, interesting. That is very interesting.
They both called each other out.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, last year they were one of the few people that were near the top of the list for standings last season. Kevin got second place, and Captain Gus got third, and Dom was very close behind both of them, but he had to miss a few weeks, unfortunately, so his scores did drop due to things like that. But he was right behind them even after missing a few weeks.
Yeah. So, Dom, how do you feel going into this first game? Do you guys feel like you're going to win this one? Do you feel like you're going to have a little trouble? How you feeling overall?
No, I'm definitely gonna win this.
Okay, good.
Oh,
That's what I
confident.
like to hear.
Easy peasy.
All right, now I asked Kevin this question right before he left our interview room, and he got it wrong. Now, I'm really hoping you can get this one right for me. Okay?
This is the most meta.
Woo!
he knew the question without answering.
Didn't even know the
Hold
question.
on. What's the
There
question?
you go.
What is the best hero in
Alright.
Overwatch?
Yeah,
What
here's
is
the.
that?
There we go.
Ah, okay.
So we have a $150 gift card for Blizzard
Wait,
provided
wait.
by Purple.
Wait.
Question correct now.
Hey, wait a minute. I didn't sign up for this.
All right. So,
Alright.
so Dom, last question before we kick you out of here. What are you wearing right now, bud?
A blanket.
Oh, just it?
This is getting sensual here.
Just a blanket? Ooh.
Some PJs.
What color shirt are you wearing
Okay.
right now?
Skin.
Nice.
Skin-colored shirt.
Well, I
Alright.
guess that's an answer.
Skin colored everything. All right, thanks Dom for stopping by. Good luck to you, my friend.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm gonna put people into their teams. I'm gonna drag Mitch, Brick, and Dom and Jonas are all on team 2 today for this first round. I'm gonna see in the chat if everybody's ready. Ready, and then we're gonna get going.
Honestly, I would have to say Oasis is probably my favorite control point map.
Yeah, Oasis is really good.
Yeah. I think it's particularly favored towards tank mains, but that's just me.
like it does have that because it does it does have a bunch of chokes and just areas that
Yeah.
can help, especially with Orisa and Reinhardt actually.
Yeah.
Comparatively
I was
to,
gonna say,
like-
Oasis is great on Oasis.
I feel like Reinhardt does really well on Elios though. However,
Yeah, he does, except for Well. There's
Yeah,
just
that's
no
the
one to
only
really, like,
one.
set up that front.
Orisa, however, is the opposite on that. On Well, she's really good for multiple reasons.
Yes.
So,
We're not gonna name any
no.
specific abilities.
No. All right. All right. I think everybody's is ready to go. We got the first game on the way on Elios. We're gonna get started. I'm gonna be commentating this first match. If anybody wants, if you guys can help me keep track of the stream chat, just in case anybody says anything.
Yeah.
All right, but I think we should be good here. So we're gonna take a look at the teams here as soon as they get going. But we're on the first point on Oasis. That's the garden map. One of my
Ooh.
favorite maps actually in Oasis. Probably actually my favorite one out there.
Interesting choices on characters here.
We got Captain Gus rocking the Reinhardt. He has been playing Reinhardt all of last season, but he's been taking about a month break. Dom is going to jump onto the Mercy, which he does normally play unless they need a DPS, which Brick and Mitch are more than happy to take a DPS. Mitch usually will play McCree, and Brick is almost always seen on Genji, but he can also rock out a pretty good tank or support. He's a very flexible player, as well as Dom. Jonas can also put onto that Mercy role or support role as well. He can also play a pretty decent Lucio. We got Mason, who's pretty much always going to be playing Hanzo or Zarya. He plays those. He got, I think, to Diamond mainly by playing Zarya, but however, Nano Dragon and Midi are both on tank. You got Hyrulean, who is almost at Diamond now from pretty much just playing Mercy and other support characters like Zenyatta and Lucio. Looks like we're going to get started. We got Hyrulean locking some of the new skins. They're all going to push out. Looks like they're going to be going straight up to the point, maybe down to the left, but I'm not quite sure here. There's a bunch of new players, so I'm not sure how their communication is going yet. We got Nano Dragon just getting up there. Looks like they're going to go left instead. But I'm not sure what's going to be going on here. We got the first contact here. Brick's going to take a bunch of damage right away. He's trying to jump in onto the supports there, trying to take out Dom. Hyrulean Myth on the other side. He's going to back away. Got Midi Ninja on the point almost by himself. Brick is going to be jumping at him, taking off that at Genji instead. Hyrulean almost down, but gets a nice bubble from Nano Dragon. But and then takes out Brick right there. We got Midi trying to go after Mitch, but gets pushed away by Captain Gus. I think Captain Gus might be kind of low. Dom does go down. We got Mason getting a good kill on Jonas.
Yep.
We got Hyrulean finally goes down.
Nano Dragon doing fantastic on the Zarya over here.
Yeah. Looks like he's going to be coming back to spawn to allow Hyrulean Myth to fly to him and get back to the point quicker. They are able to get the first capture, but it is a slower capture rate, so the games will last a little bit longer. It's just so the spawn rates and have a little bit more of a chance to group up when there's only 4 people.
Yeah.
Looks like they're all going to be taking arches over there. You're going to have Brick jumping in right away.
Yeah.
We got Kevin trying.
Coordination there between Gus and
very
McCree
nice.
there, and Mitch. That was a great all with
Mitch
shield
just
there.
took down. Yep.
Yep. Jonas is actually a pretty darn good Reinhardt. Even Spooky himself, who does play Reinhardt, said he is a pretty good Reinhardt. He doesn't manage to get a 5-man alt when we were practicing for contenders a few months ago on Spooky through his shield. And Spooky's like, wow, that was a good play from a 13-year-old boy who plays pretty much only Reinhardt at this point. Kevin's getting back into the fight. He does have Primal Rage. They did lose the point just now, but Captain Gus is sitting at 0 health.
There you go.
Dom does have ult. I don't know where he's trying to hide. He's going to res Mitch and Captain Gus here, but however, the point is still being taken. Kevin's going to be jumping in on Mitch. Mitch might go down here. Mitch does go down before his healer can get to him.
Very close to capping it.
And Mason is able to take out Dom with a good Hanzo shot. We got Hyrulean trying to desperately survive on the point, but Brick is going to take him out there. Brick pops his Primal Rage on Mason, trying to get him off the point here. Mason's going to be running for that health pack right away. We got Kevin trying to come and help. He's going to jump. Brick is going to jump to safety, back to his healer.
Yep.
Hyrulean is trying to get back out of spawn again, trying to get to his team. Midi Ninja is going to come back and help him. Probably good communication on both sides here. I know Hyrulean does tend to play a lot of Mercy, so he's going to know what he wants his team to do. Trying to float around, keep away from that monkey here. Try to keep his Hanzo alive, which is doing a lot of DPS. He does have a chance to res one person, but I think he's going to try to hold off for as long as possible.
There's some dragons.
Some dragons off the points. He's going to res. He's going to finally res Kevin. And Kevin's going to pop his ult here, try to get them back off the point. They're reaching 50% to 23% right now. We got smacking around the Reaper that Mitch brought out, trying to deal with the monkeys a bit more. Kevin's going to take out Brick, but Mitch is going to take out Hyrulean. It looks like Kevin is going to take out Dom. It just looks like there's a Reinhardt and a Reaper on the point. Zarya is almost dead here with no healer. Kevin is also almost dead here.
Reaper bringing him down quick.
We got Captain Gus and Mitch on the point.
Mitch doing fantastic.
Mitch getting a big kill there. Going to try to get Mason back in here, but Mitch is going to teleport up top here. He's going to look for that Death Blossom coming in. We do now have Brick on another DPS on Pharah, possibly to counter Mason here. Mitch is going to be looking around.
There you go, getting some healing from Dom. Yeah, I think he's looking for a good
Brick, however, does get shot once by, I think, a damage-boosted body shot. Does not kill him, but he's going to try to be poking out. But Kevin has jumped onto Soldier, which is another one of his mains. He plays quite a lot. He has pretty darn good aim. We'll see if he can take out this Pharah here. They do have a Mercy to pocket him, but he's going to be taken out by Brick right away. But Mason does manage to take him out, so they're going to trade DPSs back and forth.
Still waiting on that Death Blossom.
Yeah.
Death Blossom is still up at top there. He's waiting for them to push in. There's no real reason for him to drop down until right now. Maybe could have tried to help at this point. He's going to get one. Might res here if Aurelian has it, but it doesn't look like that's the case.
25% off.
A little bit off.
Yeah.
Rick is going to be floating around. Aurelian is trying to contest that point for a few moments here. Unable to really get out.
Wow.
Goes down to Brick and Captain Gus.
Yeah.
Kevin's going to be running back to point. Nano Dragon is almost there, and Mason is looking for that scatter on a Pharah. Does manage to hit her a little bit, but not quite. He does have the Dragon Blade, not Dragon Blade here, dragons, the double dragons.
Same difference.
He's basically Genji just with a bow. So
Yeah.
he might look to pop it here, possibly on the Reinhardt or the Mercy.
Man, Rick with that aim. What a pick.
Yeah.
Rick managed to get a good pick there. He's trying to get some more, just spamming through that doorway. People are trying to contest him. We got Mitch on Tracer trying to hold that door as well. At 80% here. Brick does now manage to have his ult, but he is at half health. He's getting poked down a little bit. Trying to get Mason in that window.
Yeah.
Brick might pop his ult here. He knows the Mercy's around, but he's getting a shot by Mason. And it's only going to grant him one kill, but it's going to res both DPSs. The ult is coming in, but he does go down to Mitch right away. The ulting dragons did go off. Mitch is on point trying to take out Nano Dragon. They're at 94%, 95 now. The ult is going to come out, but I don't know if it gets too many people here. Except
Ooh, Nano Dragon bringing down Dom.
Ooh, that Pharah's getting low.
they're both low. They both go down. The Nano Dragon. Looks like the blue team is going to be taking the point here. Just got Mitch trying to contest on point. He's going to make sure that they're going to have a hard time getting him off. Possibly, but he goes down to Kevin. But now he's going to be staggered. Jonas goes in maybe a little bit early here. Possibly trying to catch the point and hold it a bit longer. But I think he went in a little bit early there, and he might cause his team to stagger a bit more.
There we go.
Kevin now does have his ult, and we don't have any ults anywhere close on the other side as of right now. So Kevin might be able to hold this pretty well. He's trying to hold arches, get a cheeky pick. Looks like we got Brick on the Doomfist now, who he's been trying to play quite a bit lately. A lot of people have.
Yeah.
It could be an interesting dive comp here with the Reinhardt. Looks like they're going to be trying to sneak down underneath now. The Doomfist gets destroyed by the scatter arrow, and then he takes out another one on Mitch. And that's going to be stopping that push completely. This might take it to double 99% overtime here. Jonas is going to try to get a pick on Nano, but unfortunately he's going to die to Mason as well. Mason is a pretty darn good Hanzo as well. One of the few people I actually seen Dirt give a run for his money. The tactical visor's going to come out, but Mason is going to be shooting his double dragons. Let's try Gateki. And there's no contest, unfortunately, for that.
Yeah.
The Hanzo triple kill.
All right. I think it's high time for me to rag on the scatter arrow. Can I do that now?
All right, we're gonna have a little conversation with our.
Keep in mind how deadly that really can be. You know, some people don't get too
button.
scared of it. It is completely a delete button. Yes.
However, it does take a minor amount of skill. Only a minor amount. All you need is to be able to place it. Yeah, it's how. Can I put it at their feet? If you don't know that, you don't know the skill. But however, there's a little bit of luck involved. I would say with it is just as frequently.
All right.
It looks like we got Nano Dragon swapping onto the Diva here.
Yeah.
Mitch is now on Pharah, and Brick's bringing out the Genji, and Jonas is on Lucio, and Dom is on Winston
no mercy
now.
For the other team.
No mercy. Looks like they're going to try to go for a hard dive. Mason takes out Destruction right away, but Aurelian goes down, and Brick takes out Mason shortly after. Kevin does take out Jonas, so there's two DPSs with no healers right now. Kevin and Nano Dragon are trying to contest the point. Kevin has some healing. Brick is unable to do any damage, and neither is Kevin here. A little bit of a sloppy play there from both of them. Brick is on point, however, trying to contest. Nano Dragon is going to be dropping down into the pit. Looks like we got most of the red team back. Most teams trying to rejoin onto the point. Brick is trying to do a bunch of damage here. Trying to take out Kevin, but Kevin is giving him a little bit of a hard time. He's going to pop the heals. Brick is being squashed by a couple tanks. They managed to cap it. I think that's going to be the point loss for them. Brick might be able to deal with this Hanzo quite a bit more.
What a Genji pick. They can move in off that. Let's see if they capitalize.
We got Mitch laying some damage into the sky, but seemingly all that's doing is building Hyrulean's ult a bit more. He does manage to hit part of a scatter. Kevin's going to take out Jonas on the point. Jonas is trying to contest, and it looks like it's going to be a quick recap, only at 15% here. 16, my bad. And it looks like Brick is going to be at half health, being assaulted by Kevin. He's going to have to retreat here. We got Destruction on point, but there's a lot of DPS coming in. Brick is going to be trying to run her back around. Mitch is going to pop his ult, but he's going to be eaten mostly by Nano, and he's going to be taken down right away.
There we go.
Hyrulean happily on the point with his res, and Mason also has his ult here, getting a bunch of pixels on. Kevin is almost there, and so is Nano. Mitch is going to be swapping the Doomfist, and Brick is going to be having his Dragon Blade, however, with the Monkey Primal Rage from Destruction. Hyrulean is floating around, not dying here, doing a good job, allowing to get Mason a pick, but he does go down to Brick again. Kevin takes out Brick with his Nanovisor, and Kevin does get 3 picks here, and he doesn't even have the need to res, because that's a team kill with a 4-person. Mitch is now on D.Va, trying to maybe block some of that damage from Mason. Because Mason is a good player. He's a diamond level player, but if you can get in his face with the D.Va, it usually shuts him down pretty quickly. I haven't really seen anybody on that team really able to do that. Winston has been trying, but it hasn't been working out too well right now, because he's getting assaulted from both sides. He also is having Hyrulean doing a really good job of pocketing him. Mitch is trying to take Hyrulean out, but Hyrulean does manage to get away, and Mason takes him out of suit. He misses the scatter. He's at 70 health. Mitch is going to get away here. Got Brick dead on the point. Kevin is going to take out Jonas quite quickly here.
That would have been a close 1v1 if Mitch and Shucksby there.
Still res for Hyrulean, but we do have 3 ults on the red side right now. They're all gearing up to get back onto the point. Kevin trying to get some early damage in. Most of it blocked by the D.Va here. He might get jumped quickly, but he's going to run back to his team. Hyrulean ready on it. He almost goes down there. However, the Dragon Blade's coming out from Brick. Brick's trying to do some damage, but Nano...
That Mercy if they're going to do this. Oh.
Yeah.
Nano Dragon completely takes out Brick and Mr. Mitch's suit. Mitch is almost down, taken out.
Wow.
Kevin is going to finish him off.
Job keeping it up. Yeah.
In a full wipe there from the rest of the team, for the most part. They didn't lose anybody that fight. Mitch is going back onto McCree. Got Brick on Tracer. Got Jonas on Mercy, bringing it back out again. And Dom is going to go down. Unfortunately, gets staggered a bit by Mason as he tries to jump away. Mitch bringing out the Genji, actually, instead. Trying to deal with Mason, who's the big target, the big DPS here. Getting really good heals from Hyrulean. He's trying to flank around on the Mercy. Looks like we got a Orisa from Dom.
Tank, yeah, tank change up here.
Kevin does manage to get a pick on Brick. Mitch is trying to do some work here, but he's by himself. It seems like it'd be a lack of communication, just having a bunch of people go in by themselves right now.
Yeah.
Kevin is going to be able to do a bunch of damage to Dom and just trying to contest the point. I think it's going to be second game 1, and that's going to unfortunately going to be it.
Getting overtime.
That's going to be end of round 2.
Wow. I do have to mention, I feel like they keep neglecting the fact that there is a Mercy Hyrulean myth constantly healing and making sure that the teammates are at top notch here.
Yeah, especially with that dive count they have right now. I'm surprised I'm not seeing more from the Genji and the Winston diving on that Mercy.
Trying to bring her down, yeah, exactly.
I'm seeing a lot of focus on the D.Va when really the D.Va, even though she could, eat some of the charge for the Genji, like, she's not really the priority.
Yeah,
but,
she shouldn't be, yeah.
I don't know what they're going for right now, but it's not working.
See if they switch anything up. Ooh, they have Mitch getting on a Winston here, and Brick who's gonna. Oh, they're gonna double tank with a Mercy and a Soldier.
However, Mason is bringing out the Bastion. Seemingly, I thought he was gonna play Junkrat, which is another one of his main characters for DPS, but it looks like he's gonna be bringing out the Bastion, going a heavy tank combo here. Gonna try completely catch people off guard. This might actually go pretty poorly on the first push with the Winston, but if Roadhog could get a good pick here, it might end it. They're going to be taking the high ground really quickly. Mason is on the point by himself behind Nano Dragon and I think Midi Ninja. Didn't Midi Ninja say Orisa was a bad character beforehand? And look what he's playing now.
And now he's on Orisa.
The irony.
They haven't gotten a lot of kills here, but they have a good point presence here. Brick trying to do some damage. I think he already used his hook. We've got Mason trying to take out Mr. Mitch here. He's going to be backing up. Gonna be burning through those shields real quick. And then getting a nice charge over there from Nano Dragon, but I think he's gonna be going down here to Mr. Mitch. Unable to do enough damage.
They can definitely do a counter push on this. With those 2 big tanks in that Bastion, they're not gonna be able to stay healed up.
No, yeah. Ooh, but Kevin does manage to take out a Brick and Mr. Mitch with the help of Mason. And Mason already has his ult here. They might be able to take the point here, but however, Midina is going to go down to Dom, who's now on Soldier. And it looks like Mason actually is taking the point by himself. We got Captain Gus trying to hop around, but he goes down to Hyrulean. It looks like the blue team is going to take the point first. Actually, second, actually. I didn't realize Red had a little bit of percentage taken there. Looks like both teams are trying to regroup.
Yeah,
Blue team just get their one player back.
Front hold or the side?
Bastion behind the Reinhardt shield is going to be a little tough to deal with. They're going to have to get a bunch of good damage in
I
here.
think they're communicating here on what they're going to do. They're kind of waiting behind that wall there. I think they're going to rush in. There we go.
Looks like we got Mr. Mitch jumping over the top and possibly looking for that Mercy now. He's going to be jumping on the Mercy, but the Bastion is covering him really well. They're going to get a hook on the Diva, but I don't think that was the intended target for him. Brick, however, healing up. He does have Whole Hog here, but he's going to have to get rid of that Diva. He knows before he can use it. We got Nano Dragon pushing up really high. He does miss the hook. He's going to go down. Captain Gus at no health, and then here comes the ult. This is going to be a complete team wipe here, and that's going to be the end of that. Nano Dragon picking up 3 kills off of that ult. We got Mason just kind of chilling with his ult. Nothing to kill, unfortunately, because his team took out everyone.
That team kill, huh?
And look, unfortunately, I think the blue team is laxedly taking on the point. Mason being a anchor point for this game here, locking down DPS pretty easily. He's one of the diamond players in this game, along with Mr. Mitch, and we got Kevin, Brick, and Dom not far out of diamond as Hyrulean as well.
Mitch on a tracer now.
There we go. Yeah, it looks like they're focusing the Mercy a little bit more this time around. I think that'll pay off.
Mercy, I think, has actually been the big part of why Mason has actually been able to do so well, because Mason is a good player, but Hyrulean is keeping him up even longer than he should be able to when he goes in for those ballsy plays. We got Dom trying to get in there. He does have his ult here. Captain Gus, however, is going to be going down to very low health here. Brick trying to use his ult. He's going to be pushing Nano Dragon back. Jonas is keeping him up, or Captain Gus. Doesn't manage. I think they're going to manage to take the point here, getting a couple of good picks off that ult. They're going to see if they can hold it. It might be harder for the Bastion to get set up and end the point now.
Yeah, there's Mitch on the Mercy.
However, the ult is going to go here, and that's going to take them both out. Or just one of them out. Mitch trying to do some damage there. Misses the pulse bomb.
Down. Yep.
Brick getting a good pick there. Mitch on the Diva right now. They're still contesting the point there. You know, Mitch is right there trying to dance around Mason. Mason does some damage. Brick's going to have to hide in the point. Mason with his ult again. He's going to take out Brick, and they're not going to be able to get the point.
So let's see if this...
Hi, let me get you patched up.
You got Mitch writing ... in the chat.
I think Mitch is getting a little frustrated here. They're having a hard time dealing with that Bastion.
Alright, we got Kevin back in his suit. Which really helps.
Jonas, however, is getting caught out. His teammate ran away from him as he tried to get to the point. And he's going to go down, and that might spell the end for this last push here. He's going to try to get up on Brick, but Brick is going to be putting the defense matrix, but there's no damage for it. Hyrulean able to skirt away from them. Mr. Mitch goes down to Mason again. And I think that's going to be the end of it here. We got Dom on the point by himself right now. And that's going to seemingly be the end for this round on the first game.
Yep. There you go.
So, question: what kind of cheese do you think they were melting over? Is it Team Hanzo? Is the red team currently?
Actually, that's a mix of both, because Mason is Hanzo, Nano Dragon, I believe, is Lucio. We got Kevin on Lucio and Hyrulean on Lucio. He does manage to get the 3, a couple good plays. Does manage to get a quad kill, actually. That's probably why he got it.
Yeah, and that was that.
Bastion is actually it is actually rather difficult to take out a Bastion in a 4v4. That's why it's usually so strong, and that's why when we do ban weeks, bans almost always are Bastion and Mercy are almost always banned.
Oh boy.
Usually with Roadhog, because when he was so powerful.
Yeah.
Farah was also in that mix, and actually Hanzo was often in that mix as well. All right, we're going to be bringing it back to the lobby. We're going to be talking with maybe a couple of the players here, and we're going to get back to you on our second game in just a moment. All right. Let's see. Who do we want to bring over here?
Play.
While we set up teams for the next round.
Hmm.
Why don't we bring Mason? Bring Mason over, and we will bring Brick over. All right. So
Sounds good.
Spooky, you do the interview questions and talk to him how he feels about the game, and then we'll bring in Brick afterwards.
All right.
All right, Mason first. Hey, Mason, you're here for an interview for after the game with Spooky.
Yeah.
After a stellar performance there.
Okay, so Mason is Hyrulean, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Am
for
I-
sure.
am I-
No,
am I
he's
right up?
no, he's Shucksby.
Yeah.
Juxby. All right, Mason. So for your team, what do you think was the most important factor there that won you guys the game?
Factor, keeping it
Mhm.
together. Our tank really protected us when we needed it most. Really knew how to position himself between the guys that presented the most danger to the rest of the team, such as the Roadhog. Always looking for those angles and the other flankers, but the other flankers didn't pose much of a problem because the rest of the team had my back on that matter.
Gotcha.
That's pretty much it.
So you weren't feeling much pressure from the other team?
Nope, not at all. I was completely comfortable doing my job.
Gotcha. How do you think they're going to switch it up here in the next game that you play? If just going from previous, from what you guys played with before, what do you think both teams are going to be wary of going into the next game?
Well, going for that one player who knows how to do work, you know? To be brutally honest, we're probably looking for the best of both worlds, and they're all hoping to be on that team.
All right, quick question on a scale of 1 to 10, how OP do you think Scatter Arrow is, and how much do you love it? Because we
think-
saw some great plays from the Scatter Arrow from you.
XC15, because that scatter arrow will definitely destroy worlds.
Destroying worlds and destroying lives. All right, Mason, thanks for
You'll
coming
make
in.
them dance with it, that's for sure.
All right. All right,
Thanks
good
for
luck.
stopping by, Mason.
Best of luck with the next games.
Problem.
Let's bring in Brick. Then we'll swap up teams. Hey, Brick, you're here for an interview with Spooky Poops about the last game. How do you think it went and things like that?
I feel so awesome. I've never been interviewed before. This is awesome.
Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna put you on the brick burner, if you will.
Oh boy. Oh boy, Spooky.
The pun game is real.
All right. So, what do you think? At least on your team, what do you think was something that you guys really saw that you were doing well in that game?
Well, we were doing well.
Mhm.
When we really did have like organized team fights, I felt like that we were able to focus down the right people,
Mhm.
and that we were generally making good decisions in team fights. But outside, I don't think we did well at all.
Yeah. How do you guys feel like your communication was during these fights? Did it start out strong and then kind of taper off, or did you guys kind of get more communicative towards the end?
It would be sort of like that. We'd say, okay, this is what we're gonna do, and then we'd say nothing at all, and we
Yeah.
just have to hope
Mhm.
that we all understood each other and worked well together.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sometimes it worked well, and sometimes it didn't. So yeah.
Gotcha. Going into the next game, how do you think that you'll probably try to focus on your next team grouping? What do you think you'll focus on the most? Is it going to be team composition? Is it going to be team communication? Is it going to be focusing targets?
Probably communication and composition.
Gotcha.
We didn't really have very many ways to deal with the Bastion or the Hanzo.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
It was a struggle.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So if you do, one last question: if you do see a Bastion again, let's say, because I know it's a little bit different in a 4v4. There's certain characters that are a little bit more powerful in a 4v4 than they would be in a 6v6, as usual. Let's say Bastion shows up again. What do you think you're gonna do to counteract that? What's your first instinct?
I'd probably want to run a D.Va and a Genji.
Mhm.
Probably maybe even a Roadhog if they don't have shields.
Gotcha.
That's my first instinct right now.
All right, man. Well, honestly, watching that game, it was an extremely close game, especially from the first match. After that, I feel like you guys kind of just tapered off a little bit. You guys kind of got stuck on that one loss and didn't recoup your communication. Honestly, I think the picks that were going on both teams were about equal there. It was just a matter of who got point and who was able to hold it.
Definitely. Another thing is I felt like that we were switching our comp a lot, so we didn't get a lot of ults off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, true. So, all right, man. Thanks for stopping by.
No problem.
Good luck in the next game.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brick. See you in the next game.
Definitely.
Alrighty, so we're getting ready to launch our second game. We're going to be on a different map right now. What do you think we should do, Spooky? Because we did Oasis, we're going to be doing the other 3 maps pretty soon.
Is it all King of the Hill?
Yeah, all King of the Hill today.
Let's go with Nepal.
Yeah,
Would be a good one.
Nepal would be a good one.
Nepal's usually the popular map choice.
All right. Well, you're going to be commentating this game, correct? I think that's...
Yeah, as much as I can.
Yeah, we'll help you out as much as you can, too. Alrighty. So,
my commentating is mostly me reacting to what's going on.
Yeah.
Boy.
Alrighty.
I'm along for the show.
Alright, here we go, everybody. We're launching into that next game. Right now, on Nepal here. Spooky's going to be taking away the mic as soon as he's ready.
I'm ready whenever you are, buddy.
Oh, we got 30 seconds of the game, and we got Mitch on the Junkrat.
We got him on a Junkrat.
Nano Dragon taking Doomfist. Interesting composition right here.
Yeah. Oh, we have Dom on a soldier. Hyrulean Myth back on the Mercy, of course. Let's see what happens here.
Ooh, Kevin's going
on
a
second guessing his Doomfist over here.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Kevin plays Ana most frequently, correct? That's like
he plays Ana and Soldier a lot for DP.
Gotcha.
For those are his main 2 if he can pick them.
I'm really interested to see how he uses the Nano Boost in this game, since we didn't really get to see too many in the last game. Hyrulean is going that Mercy again, so I'm hoping that see Brick's already going Winston. I think from our interview, I think we're gonna be seeing a lot from Brick diving on that Mercy, just seeing how important those Mercy reses were in the last game.
However, Mason is now bringing out his tank of Zarya now, which is normally his main character to go to when he is, I think, playing comp. A lot of the time he'll be on Zarya or Junkrat. Hanzo is more of his meme character. There got Nano Dragon jumped at the point right away.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be holding point pretty early here.
Ew, we have
a spicy fire strike.
Easily. Yeah.
Winston's going behind. What a charge, though.
They are down their healer with both tanks under half.
Brick was able to get away on that one.
Ooh, Dom going down quite easily.
That Zarya is by herself right now. Looks like Winston's going to be able to pick that up
on the
nice
point.
and easy.
Yeah.
Both tanks on the other tank on each side.
Ooh, Brick down.
Mason looks like he's going to be going down. Kevin is by himself trying to run his way.
Yikes.
Nobody's on the point actually yet, so no one has captured the point.
Yeah, I think the blue team's gonna take this one. This first one. Alright, they're waiting to group up here. See if they can push this. Yikes.
Got red team pushing back in now.
Looks like Shakespeare's going in real nice and strong there in the beginning. Fortunately, they didn't get too much damage off on her, so she's able to stand up. She didn't get enough charge, though. That is a nice pick on Reinhardt there, though. Looks like they're going to have no shields. That's a pick.
But here comes the res. The res is in. The ult from Captain Gus, though, is going to be probably turning this fight around. And it's going to just be a bloodbath here. All the ults coming out.
That was a great wombo combo. It was 2 ults there that really made that work with Nano Dragon going beast mode.
Mason is alive again by himself.
That was really great. Was that they held their ults till after the res. They weren't throwing those out as soon as they got an opportunity. They waited for the res, and that's a great way to get an early cap back and get them to waste their ults.
All right, they're waiting to group up here, holding up for their Zarya, and see if they're gonna do a second push here. See if it goes a little better than it did last time.
Looks like Brick is changing onto the Reaper, which is very strong in a 4v4. Especially when you have usually only 1 tank, maybe 2 tanks. And it's going to be able to chunk through that damage that Mercy can't really heal through.
Oh, that's an early pick on the heals. I don't know if they're going to be able to push through this. They did
Nano Dragon does go down right away, right after that.
Reaper retreating to get some
Destruction's going to point down for his Nano Visor.
Yeah.
Hyrulean only getting the half health there.
Out.
Mitch doing a bunch of work with Junkrat here. Got the Doomfist coming in from Nano Dragon, getting a pick on Midi Ninja. Kevin is down, and it looks like 4 people still up on the point. He's going to be jumping on to Shuxby. Doing a decent bit of damage, and he's going to go down.
Yeah, Reaper retreating quickly to go ahead and get that help.
But Nano Dragon doesn't want to let him go, unfortunately.
He was looking for blood there.
Nano Dragon and Hyrulean doing really well here, and Captain Gus giving them space to keep everybody up here. Doing a good job getting back into the swing of things, quite literally. Looks like they're going to be trying to take a high ground.
Up pretty easily here.
But we got Nano Dragon trying to come in. He doesn't get.
Nano Dragon come from behind. Yep.
He doesn't get a lot of damage in there, and he's going to be sucked into that ult right here. But Hyrulean does manage to make that res. It might change it here.
Right before he went down.
And Dom is going to ult here, getting a pick. Brick getting a pick. Jonas taking out Mason, but that looks like it's going to be back to the red side.
So let's see if the red gets it this time.
Looks like they're going to actually take it here.
Up, yeah. All right.
As we did just hear, Meteor Strike is pretty high.
I think that Mei pick's going to be really crucial here, especially against that Roadhog and Reaper, since Reaper's not going to be able to get away, especially with that wall. If Mitch uses it properly, that should be able to spell a win for this round.
I'm pretty sure Mason switched on to Roadhog specifically to counter Doomfist, because he is really strong against Doomfist, even pre-buff. He does take out Mitch right away, but Nano takes out Destruction right now. Mason getting a good hook, but here comes the Meteor Strike. Gonna be dropping on Kevin again. Yet again being taken out very brutally. Mason gonna be popping his heal. Brick is gonna be ulting here, but he gets punched out of it right away. And looks like the red team might be rather weak here.
Brick going down.
Hyrulean shooting,
getting
his pistol out.
Just pick after pick after pick. And they easily get the point right back.
Yep. They only had to burn one ult there, and it looks like Nano Dragon almost has his ult again after that, after getting a bunch of picks here. Captain Gus and Hyrulean almost have their ults as well. Mason almost has his, and he's only had one life as Hog right now. He's trying to get that quick pick. He's going to be walled off, and they're not going to be able to get to it. There's one person went around the side, and Brick's on the point by himself, but he gets taken out and smashed into a wall. He might have been able to contest just long enough. He does able to do some damage, but here comes the Meteor Strike coming in.
Doesn't quite take anyone down.
It looks like that Mercy's going to fly around a little bit too much.
Ooh.
Dom on the Mercy now.
I'm taking the point.
Captain Gus very, very low health. I think he's going to get picked up easily here.
And the red team able to take it back thanks to a good little contest by Brick, even though he goes down. The Mercy to keep them up, and the Tracer to get back to the point quickly was a very good pick there by Brickburner. Hyrulean does have his ult here, and Mr. Mitch is going to be able to cover that entire point if they want to with the Blizzard. Got Brick hiding on the side room, ready to flank them. He's trying to get on Hyrulean Myth as quick as he can, but he has Mitch helping out, helping out Hyrulean there. Looks like Nano Dragon trying to get on the point, punching Kevin in the face once, but not doing much after that. Captain Gus on the point, and here comes the ult.
Yeah, here comes the Mei ult.
Yeah, that Mercy's
making everyone quickly back out of there.
And this could spell the end right here. We got Mason existing on the point for as long as possible. Brick coming in to help. He does manage to take out the Doomfist.
Very low health.
The Mei's coming in on the Hog. He's going to be frozen. Brick trying to do some work here, testing for as long as possible. But there's a Mei and a Reinhardt on the point. Can he survive here? The wall comes up. He's still contesting. The Reinhardt goes down, but Mitch is going to be on the point. The res comes up from Dom, getting the Hog up, and it's just the Mei on the point now. Hyrulean going to come in with the res on Captain Gus.
And uses it. See if he gets any picks with
and here comes the Hog ult. Here comes the Meteor Strike again. He does stick. He does get stuck.
Nice. Ooh, that was a nice pulse bomb.
Red team is bringing it back here. And Jonas is going to get a good charge on Midi Ninja, but he gets taken out by Brick. Unfortunately, his healer was not on him there. And Red team manages to keep this point.
I was watching this Mei try to go ham on the Roadhog.
It was difficult.
Yeah, looks like
Nano Dragon getting back to the point, punching Mason into the wall. Got Jonas trying to get in. Nano Dragon, unfortunately, maybe was a little overzealous with that. But here comes the Shatter, 2 down, but nobody to really follow up on. Unfortunately, he missed.
She's gonna get frozen. She is frozen.
Mitch managed to take it out. Jonas, Captain Gus getting a pick. Got 2 left on the point here. They're still contesting. Midi Ninja and Brick trying to stall as long as possible. Brick doing a lot of work here. Good sticky, but it doesn't quite connect. Brick gets walled out of the point. He gets walled out of the point. He can't quite get in. And they're going to take it back.
Taken by the blue team.
The wall. The wall blocks them off.
Yeah, the main walls on this point are like huge, especially since they cover an entire entrance, and they don't have enough time to get around it past that point.
That wall might have been MVP of that round to win them with the point. Spooky is a person who does play Mei on DPS quite a bit when he actually gets a chance to. What would you think about that Mei play from Mitch here?
Yeah, he thought he did really good job thinking about what he needed to do before he did it. Because you tend to see a lot of Meis hindering their own team by making really bad decisions, and he did a great job of making amazing decisions throughout the entire play, especially with all of his ults and, of course, the walls.
Yeah, walls are great. I definitely think he was playing a little bit more aggressive than he needed to play with Mei. He wasn't focusing too much on getting his ult first, because his ult is huge on that point. As long as Mitch could get that Mei ult and use it, it basically spells a cap for them.
Looks like both teams were gonna poke that top side. Nano Dragons taking a bit of damage, trying to punch people off the map here. Hyrulean goes down really quickly to Kevin, and Brick takes out Nano Dragon right away. And Mason is back on that Hanzo instead of a tank roll.
Down to heal us. Let's see. Ooh.
Brick takes out Captain Gus. Looks like a clean sweep. Brick has been playing a lot of Tracer lately when he plays, adding it to his DPS arsenal. Mitch is on that McCree now, possibly trying to deal with the Tracer, but he goes down to the Tracer right away. They're going to get a first cap, get the first good 50%.
He's been doing fantastic so far.
He got 1 pick on that Hanzo. I think it was actually Brick who took out most of the players there. And we got Nano Dragon going all the way around for a huge flank over here. Looks like he's going to try to get around back of the point, maybe get a cheeky little cap here. Yeah, and Dom is the only person that might be able to contest him. Dom is trying to on the point, but he gets taken out. Mitch takes out Brick this time. The Midi Ninja does take out their healer of Hyrulean. Midi Ninja is coming back to the point contest, trying to deal with that McCree. But he does take him out, but now it's Captain Gus, and Kevin jumps off the map! Kevin jumps off the map! Unfortunately, Brick is going to be on the point contesting for a bit longer, but he gets smacked in the face.
Taking out Brick easy there.
That flank by Nano was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful.
Dragons bring him down very low here.
Almost taking him out. Hyrulean is going to get the rest of his ult charge off of that, though. Mason has an interesting habit of almost always shooting his dragons from spawn on this map. Whether it works or not. We got Nano Dragon trying to take the high ground.
Dragons.
We got most of them taking the right side on the red team. Brick does have his ult here, possibly trying to get a good pick on either a DPS or maybe even Hyrulean if he can get it, or possibly trying to burn down Captain Gus. We got Kevin jumping in on Mitch. Mitch is by himself. Hyrulean is jumping on him right away. Kevin is going to know to back off there. Brick takes out Nano Dragon when he was by himself. I think a little bit of health from Shuxby. Shuxby trying to get that scatter in, but that shield is going to be covering a lot of it. We got Midi Ninja jumping on the Mercy. Jonas is trying to help him, but he gets taken out. They're doing a much better job of focusing the Mercy here.
Taking the Mercy, yep.
Brick is going to get a good pick on Mr. Mitch with using the ult. And then next they're going to take the point back.
Flip over. Yep.
Seems like we got Nano Dragon floating around. He doesn't want to poke out too early because he knows he can get stopped rather quickly. We got Mitch and trying to take out Brick Burner, but Brick manages to skirt away really quickly.
This Deadeye is going to be great. As long as they can get the shield down on the monkey here, Mitch is going to have a great Deadeye on this point.
Kevin is doing a good job to contest him, back him off. Brick is trying to do a bunch of damage to Captain Gus here. The scatter comes down, doing a little bit more damage. Here comes, he only gets 1. He does get 1 pick, but and the Midi takes him right back out. But Captain Gus does get a good charge on Brick Burner here. He does a decent bit with the Fire Strike damage. And here comes the ult. Looks like I think he was thinking about charging him off the map there for a second, but then he realized that probably wasn't the best idea. But he does get knocked off by Midi. The Midi does go down to Nano Dragon, and it looks like they're going to take the point back here for maybe a little bit of percent. But here comes Brick, and Mr. Mitch is back on the point with Soldier. Takes him out, and they're going to pop that ult. Nano Dragon apparently is very unhappy with Brick, wanted to solo ult him. Solo ults, however, in a 4v4 are not the worst thing in the world. Mason almost dying right away there, but he almost has his ult, and so does Brick. Both Mercies have their ult here, but no other ults are close on the blue team.
I am ready to revive
Ooh.
Here comes the
Got
dragons.
some more dragons from the red team here. Yikes.
Does manage to take out Hyrulean as she's trying to retreat.
Almost gonna take
Nano
out
Dragon trying to go.
Captain Gus.
Gus is only
At
one right now.
13. Ooh.
It looks like
Yikes.
red team is going to be
Down.
taking the point
They
back
can stagger
here.
that soldier. This will be a good hold.
And Mr. Mitch does a good job of getting away back to spawn here. Mason ready with that scatter arrow, I think, as soon as somebody comes in the door. Looking for that shot here. He's giving his team much needed vision for the push. Mitch trying to do some damage, but that shield is there. Brick takes out Hyrulean, doing a very good job of focusing him down today. Trying to get in there with that res, but it's not really working. But we have the Monkey ult and the Mercy ult here. Mr. Mitch is going to have his ult, but it looks like Nano Dragon is going to go down. Maybe not. He might be able to stay up here. Trying to get some healing in.
Ooh.
Kevin might be taking a bunch of damage. Mason does get that kill on Captain Gus. And here comes the ult right in that small corner. Shuck Speed misses the ult, but does take out Hyrulean. Looks like we have one on the objective. We got Nano Dragon trying to do some work here as best he can, but he just gets taken out. Looks like it might be 1-1 here. Red team bringing it back around. Mr. Mitch is on the point trying to contest.
Yeah,
He's going
jumped
aggro.
right onto it. Woo.
Yep.
Brick takes out Captain Gus with the ult here, and unfortunately he gets taken out by Mason, and now it's 1-1.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw some great plays by Brick. He was definitely putting a lot of pressure on Hyrulean, which is really what we were looking for in this next game. He said he was wanting to focus those healers down a little bit more, and I'm glad to see that he's doing that.
Him on this tracer is actually very satisfying to watch because he is doing a fantastic job going to the back line, getting the mercy, everything.
He does a very good job of flanking, and staying in the front line to do some actual front damage. He balances that very well when he plays Genji and Tracer. Quite often, he getting those fire strikes when Reinhardt is played, and usually sending him right back into the team, getting a bunch of deflection kills, usually on an average of 4 or 5 per game of actual deflection damage when in actual competitive. Mitch is now going to be playing onto the Tracer, and Nano Dragon is going to be taking a Pharah position on this third map here. Looks like Brick and most of his team is taking that right side. We got Dom still on Mercy. Mason taking out Nano Dragon. Trying to do some damage off that wall here. His team does have vision. Captain Gus trying to keep them off his Mercy, but unfortunately he can't do quite enough blocking there and without anybody else helping. Reinhardt does have a hard time, especially with a lot of these characters. Does get a charge on Mason here, doing some damage, possibly giving Mitch a little bit of time to stall here. Or maybe even get a pick on Dom. He does manage to stall for the point.
Go down.
Dom almost went down there, but I think he's going to regen back up. Dom does play quite a bit of Mercy, trying to keep everybody up, trying to do some damage in when he can.
Yeah, pulled out his gun there.
And right now, he's been able to stay up a lot longer than Hyrulean has. And mostly because of Brick focusing him down.
This map of Nepal is pretty hard for Mercy because of this above the stairs angle.
It's a lot harder for them to actually keep the healing up and stay safe. Dom trying to use these left side stairs for his team to keep him up. Mason taking out Ned again.
Great.
Beware the Hanzo arrow.
Jones going for another charge.
Wow, Captain Gus just saved him there. That
Unfortunately,
Hanzo,
a little bit of lack
he
of communication
completely
there.
Dodged him away from that pulse bomb.
That's what. Unfortunately, Jones, I think, is having a little bit of a rough time here. This map, especially this particular map, because he plays the route a lot of Reinhardt, and he hasn't played in quite a while. He hasn't played in a couple months actually, and he's also been on vacation for about a week. So.
They're trying to flank the left side and go up to meet their high ground rather than having them above them. But I don't know if that's gonna work out to. Oh, they're gonna come through the center.
I want to know what's going through Brick's head right now.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
He's got that pulse bomb, and he's just waiting.
He's waiting,
He's just waiting.
He's just looking for something, and he looks like he's trying to go right for the Mercy.
Yeah, exactly.
Going right for the Mercy. He's going to drop back to point.
Brick's a little under. Ooh, wow.
Nano Dragon comes with all. Make sure to take out Mason right away, but Mitch is going to. Not Mitch. Midi Ninja is going to pop the ult. Dom is trying to keep him up.
Interesting target from that pulse bomb. Yeah, there's the res.
But looks like the blue team is coming back with a couple, but here comes the Dragon
Fire strike,
Mason,
bring Dom down quickly.
But even with that res, it looks like they
Scary.
able to take out the team rather quickly. Mr. Mitch getting a bunch of kills there in the initiation from Nano Dragon there, getting a couple kills off that ult actually.
Yeah, Midi changing to a Roadhog. Ooh, and double thinking that, change it to a Diva.
Probably wants to drop that damage output from Mitch and Nano, knowing the Diva can do that rather well. They're taking the high ground, but Nano gets takes out Mason.
Well.
Mitch going in and taking out Destruction.
Mitch, yep.
A good little surprise flank, taking out 2 immediately before the Diva could get there. Brick is trying to get away, maybe do some damage. He knows he has to retreat and regroup.
Flank him off. Wow, we have our very sneaky Reaper.
Looks like the blue team is definitely going to be taking back quite a bit of percentage here.
Yeah.
Possibly evening it out. There goes another pick. Brick taken out immediately by Nano Dragon.
And they do have 2 ults, the blue team here, with Farah getting her ult very quickly, or at least close to it.
Mitch coming in behind on Dom, taking him out in 2 shots, and he's gonna ult and take out Mason, but Midi Ninja is able to get away. Possibly build some out. Looks like we got a Widow from Brickburner. He doesn't usually pull this out, but sometimes when he feels he needs to, for a little bit of a change up, possibly on the Farah here. But Herulian blasting in with a bunch of damage there from the plasma pistol. Vic jumping over it, going for the trick shot.
Have too much frontline damage here, especially going into the next fight.
With 2 snipers right now. Mitch is going to be teleporting right behind Brick. Brick didn't notice in time to get that free kill. Mitch is going to be trying to run away.
There's the
Ooh, Brick doing it, yeah.
The double sniper squad going to have a lot of shield presence. But here comes Nano Dragon jumping back in. Jonah's trying to come in, but gets scattered. But here comes the res, getting both of them back up.
Gonna pull out that ult there, and being pocketed by the
Brick does take out Nano through the wall.
Wow.
Here comes the Dragon ult though, taking out Herulian. Looks like red team might take it back here with that double sniper squad.
Yeah.
Dishing out a ton of damage, managing to get the picks, and having a good.
Shuxby did a lot of work there, a lot of work. I love
Both
that
of them
he was
did.
able to get that scatter arrow while Reinhardt was charging. He made it look so easy.
He put it off the pole as he charged the left pole right by the stairs, just taking him out. Looks like Nano's bringing back the Doomfist, knowing if he can get in close on these snipers, he might be able to do a lot of work here. He does take out Mason immediately. Mercy's not going to heal through that. Almost takes out Brick there. Does a bit of damage, but he's going to have to back off. Captain Gus does take out Dom as he tries to fly over, and then he's going to manage to charge Midi Ninja. Blue team is trying to take the point. Brick is still on point somehow. Still not dead. He's about to be. Unfortunately, that might have been a little bit of a mistime ult, as everybody pushed off the point to kill the Widow as it happened.
So
it's unfortunate.
didn't really pick anyone off there.
Mason does get a good pick. Mitch gets a pick back on the suit. Oh boy, Mr. Mitch and Nano going in, but here comes a res.
The double res. Hyrulean's got his res as well, though.
But Nano takes out Mason again. Nano doing an excellent job of countering Mason whenever he goes on to Hanzo with that Doomfist. Hyrulean managing to res Nano. Might be worth it though, because Brick is trying to get back on point.
Against this Diva.
Yep. Mitch doing a good job of taking out Brick on the Reaper. Mason swapping to Bastion. It looks like Kevin's going to go down quite late.
I'm a little frustrated here. Saying damn it in the chat.
All in all, a really close game here on both sides.
Both sides.
Nano Dragon dropping on Mason with the Meteor Strike. He's trying to take out Dom, and he manages to do so. And that's going to end the fight. Probably the round right here, making it 2-1. Midi Ninja coming in with Reinhardt, trying to do some damage desperately. He gets absolutely stomped by the rest of his team as he tries saying, "You're not even getting to this point." Oh boy.
And such a difficult map, like one of the difficult maps of Nepal. So that was cool to see that it was both of them evenly getting the good picks, and it became a good matchup in the end. But
yeah,
blue team's still taking it in the end there.
Oh boy, we got a big switch from Mason. I have never seen him play Doomfist or even heard about him playing Doomfist. So this could be interesting.
Let's see how this works out.
We're back on this map.
Fairly similar teams here, except with Brick on our Reaper. So let's see how this works out.
Yeah, Shuxby has no time on Doomfist
Oh,
for his most recent season.
oh no.
Looks like we might have to sub some people, Hyrulean out, as this has lasted a bit longer than he was anticipated, as his parents are making him get off, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Which is, I feel bad for him, unfortunately. Because we've been playing for an hour on the second game. An hour total time of of tonight. Looks like we got them both pushing that side room. Nope, Nano Dragon does go down. Ninja does manage to take out Hyrulean. Captain Gus takes out Shuxby. Brick takes out Mr. Mitch. Looks like its red team is more than likely will have this point. Captain Gus goes down. Nano Dragon is the only person on the point, trying to do some damage. He knows he's lost this fight. He's trying to get away, but it might be too late at this point, and he's going to get staggered. Even though Mason did die there, I guess it was worth it for his team. I think Brick did most of the work there, unfortunately, looking at the alts. They both actually got a decent bit alt after that, I think, except Mitch swapped from onto Reaper. They're both going to be pushing out, both on one side. But Captain Gus trying to push in. Doomfist counters Captain Gus quite a bit. Mason does take out Nano Dragon there when he tries to push in.
Down early.
Nano Dragon does take him out. Red got 3 picks. Jonas is by himself, unfortunately. He dies quickly, and he's going to hopefully respawn with his team.
Ooh. Team kill from them there. And a dance from...
A little bit of BM from the Midi Ninja.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Right now the red team is all on the point. We have 2 alts ready. Almost 3, almost 4 alts for the red team. Blue is not too far behind. He does manage to jump on the Brick. Brick might be looking for his ult here. But here comes the ult from Mason.
The charge just right in time.
Yeah.
Right in time.
Shuxby still wrecking with
He's
Doomfist, though.
Easy character, apparently. Mitch is going to be pushed, almost trying to push him off. It doesn't quite go off. Midi Ninja.
Yikes.
Mason taking out 3 people that fight. 3 out of 4 people. Nano Dragon is the only person left, and Brick takes out the other one. Apparently he has another count where he only plays Doomfist that we don't know about. Jonas getting another charge on Brick again. Not doing anything else but charging Brick, but it still might be pissing Brick off a little bit, even though his team has actually managed to keep them off the point entirely.
I am ready to resurrect you.
Jonas popping out the voice line a little bit, jumping in, maybe a little bit overzealously, but that's going to be dropped down. Dom is going to have res here. We don't have anybody really focusing him. Oh. Brick jumping onto Nano Dragon. Mitch taking out Midi Ninja, and Dom with the res. The res is baited out. Hyrulean Myth does res Nano Dragon. Nano Dragon. It looks like they're going to take out a bunch of people here. And that's going to be everything.
Actually won't. Yeah.
Hyrulean keeping that juice on Captain Gus.
However, they used almost all their alts. Nano Dragon is going to be having his. Hyrulean is actually back quite quickly from that healing of Captain Gus, almost a full. But however, Mason and Brick both still have their alt here.
Yeah.
Enemy seen.
And after this game, we'll take a little bit of a break and catch up with the stream chat and maybe do a couple more interviews of how people are feeling about this game. And here comes the ult from Nano Dragon, possibly dropping down right under the Mercy here. Nowhere to go but off the point, and he's going to go to outer space. But Brick is going to be popping his ult, taking out everybody, almost getting everyone. There's the res, and it's not going to be working anything. He's trying to come in clutch. Almost worked if it wasn't for Hyrulean. Hyrulean ruining his day. Captain Gus is the one charging him to the walls.
Especially with those wipe ults, you definitely want to wait till after the Mercy res. Fair ult, Reaper ult, Mail, they're all great for after the res.
Yeah.
Coming in early like that, it's good to bait it out, especially if you have something to follow up, like a Shatter. But yeah, Mitch kind of went a little aggro there. It really could have held that Blossom there till after
that was Brick who I believe who ulted. Brick was on Reaper there, and I think he ulted, correct?
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
You had it backwards. Mason dropping on Hyrulean. Gonna have no heals there, but Captain Gus does take out the other one. Nano Dragon punches Mason off the map.
Captain Gus is just spanking people back here.
He does go for those YOLO charges, but he manages to land most of them, frustratingly enough. Oh boy. Looks like Brick is going to be on Genji
Gonna pull
now.
back and, yeah.
Brick is actually going to swap
switch
all the way
into
back.
McCree.
I think he might be trying to counter the other team's Doomfist a bit more, because McCree does very effectively counter Doomfist, almost more than he counters Tracer, I would say. If he can flash and just right-click, Doomfist is almost always dead. Nano Dragon taking out Brick, however, as soon as after I said that. Looks like they're going to be having a little bit of a fight in that room. Jonah's is going to be trying to charge in, taking out Dom. He's going to come in with the ult here, taking out Mini Ninja out of the fight, or at least out of the suit. Nano Dragon taking out Mason. The blue team turning it around, getting their gameplay together here, possibly communicating quite a bit more. And they're getting kills seemingly easy these last couple fights. Mason is going to be jumping onto Pharah, however, dropping off that Doomfist after realizing he died a couple times in a row there. We got Brick sneaking around, but I think he got hit a little bit by Herulian. He's going to be trying to roll back to safely, get some healing from Dom. Midi Ninja being taking some damage, but he's going to jump onto the point. Mitch is trying to take out Dom. Red team trying to get some presence on the point here. Then it's 99%. They have 4 people on. Both teams are on. Hyrulean almost down, but he does have the res. Hyrulean is at so low. I think he's going to go down to Kevin, which he does. But Dom also goes down. It's a pretty even point on here. 2 people down from red team, though. Mason gets smacked into the wall. And Midi Ninja's trying to do his best as a small Korean girl. That's going to go to the blue team.
That was I would say
that was a very close game all the way around. Every round was very close.
Since the beginning, we can see that they're really learning and growing into what they need to be doing in order to make a good win, you know?
That's why I'm glad Dojo is back, because it taught a bunch of players like Captain Gus. Captain Gus, he was level 50, I'm pretty sure, when we started. Ended up getting his first star by the end of the round. And now he could only play Soldier was the only thing, and then he picked up Reinhardt and mainly plays Reinhardt, but he played Mercy quite a bit as well, and now Lucio. He can kind of play Diva, and he's learned a bunch of characters, a bunch of what to do. Looks like Hyrulean was again a big part of that for a lot of it, but Captain Gus I think almost gets that MVP there for just giving his team a lot of space, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, it was a great push from the Reinhardt there, especially pushing up into the Mercy and Diva. They didn't really have anything to do against a Reinhardt when he's swinging his hammer, especially since you can't Matrix a hammer. He kind of just went ham on him, and that was the main thing, is that Reinhardt was just going uncontested.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna switch up the teams. We're gonna take a little bit of a break here, but thanks for everybody watching. Let's catch up with the stream chat.
I'll actually be taking off right now because I got to work at 4 a.m. in the morning again. Woohoo, right?
Oh boy.
Well, Spooky, thanks for coming and hanging out. I appreciate having you here. Thanks for giving some awesome insight into the game as a master / grandmaster level player. It's awesome always to hear what you have to say about the game. And we'll
Thanks,
see
dude.
you.
I'll be back next week.
Awesome. See you, my man.
Take it easy.
All right, Spooky's dropping out, everybody. Anybody wants to ask any questions about what's happening in the chat, Caroline and I will do our best to talk to you guys about it. So I'm just adding up the points here for each team. Oof.
I guess a question I have for the people watching would be, what team are you on? Team Lucio or Team Hanzo?
Because you can actually give points to Team Lucio and Team Hanzo by telling me that in the chat, and I will be more than happy to add that to the Lucio and Hanzo score pool. Because eventually we will be having
overall, how many people pick Lucio or Hanzo?
Yep.
Which team is the best?
Okay, let's see. So now I want to put people that haven't been on the same team, or have been on the same team twice, not on the same team. So Nano and Hyrulean need to be swapped. Okay. Put that over there. And who else played with each other? Brick and Dom, so they need to be swapped. Okay, that worked actually. So Brick, Nano, Captain Gus. Let's see. I think that actually might work.
Works out?
I think I actually want to switch one other. maybe Mitch and Midi? Mitch and Midi?
Okay.
I think we'll do that
So
there.
Brick, Captain Gus, Dano, and Midi on blue. And Mason, Hyrulean Myth, Mitch, and Destruction, and Dom.
Yep.
That works. Looks like it works.
Yeah, I think that's a generally fair teams and also people that haven't played, because what I'm trying to do is get everybody kind of to play with everybody and them all be random teams while we're doing this. So let's get a couple more interviews with people that haven't been interviewed yet. Who hasn't? Hyrulean hasn't, Mitch hasn't, Captain Gus hasn't, and Nano hasn't. So let's get Nano and we'll talk to him about his Doomfist play. Did you want to do it or do you want me to do it?
Yeah, we can both go ahead and pitch in.
All right.
Do them.
Oh,
they're getting colon, aren't they? I'm pretty sure they're gonna get colon.
Hey Nano, you're here for a after game interview. We want to talk to you a little bit about your Doomfist play, because that was pretty epic to see. You did.
Yeah.
How do you feel that that last game went for you guys? In general?
Pretty good. The only thing that really gave us a big problem was Tracer.
Tracer, yeah. Unfortunately,
we honestly we were kind of infighting on that, but it ended up working out.
Yep. How did you feel the communication went after you kind of got past that little bit of Tracer pick and stuff like that?
Oh, it was good the entire game. It just
that was a very, very close game.
In the middle.
It seems to be all these games are getting closer and closer as the other team is learning. So what do you think are you expecting to change up for the next round? Or are you gonna stay dominating as a Doomfist?
Probably gonna play. Actually, Mitch is on the enemy team, so I'm not gonna say anything because I know Mitch is
Yeah, well, this time
secrets.
you have Captain Gus, who's been playing Reinhardt only, and then you have two other DPS people, Brick and Midi. But when Hyrulean comes back in just a few months,
he played tank with me first round.
He did play tank a lot, but he can also play healer as well. But you don't. Both Mercy players, Dom and Hyrulean, are probably going to be on the other team this time. What do you think is going to happen because of that? Like, what do you think the outcome of that?
I don't know what Dom plays. I don't know if he plays purely Mercy, but
yeah,
should be able to pick him off pretty easy.
Okay.
All right. So best of luck for the next game. Thanks for talking with us, and I hope you have a good time. All right, and then let's get
we did have Hyrulean Myth had to leave.
All right. Yeah.
We want a backfill of some sort.
We'll get Mitch because we haven't talked to Mitch yet, also. So then we can talk to Hyrulean after last game.
Okay.
All right. Hey Mitch, you're here for a after game interview. How do you feel that last round went?
It was pretty good. It was a great round.
It was a really close game.
The enemy team fought very well.
Yeah.
I was scared when Shrubby went back to the Hanzo.
Yeah, you guys were able to do pretty well though.
Intimidating.
To counter the Hanzo and the Mercy, I went Winston, and then I got pretty shooken when I saw that Reaper. But just to steal that health pack right from him.
Yeah. And Nano, you and Nano did a really good job on DPS there, taking out their Mercy and their and when Mason was on Hanzo pretty well that time. How did you feel it went comparatively to the first game?
We weren't open as much because last game when we were on Oasis, he got a triple kill that first round because I just blinked into an arrow and then he just got that triple kill. So, and our Reinhardt really helped us well with that barrier.
Yeah, Captain Gus pretty much only plays Reinhardt seemingly, but he did give you guys a decent bit of space there to do the work that you guys were able to do so well because of that, especially that last round. You were also on the May the first round, correct?
Yes, it was.
You basically won that point by walling Brick off the point.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
that was the most hilarious thing. That was MVP of that round for sure. That back and forth, just shutting the door in Brick's face was pretty epic.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
a little bit of a cold soldier.
That was a good one.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for talking with us. Best of luck in this next round.
All right. We also had Midi Ninja.
Yeah, we had Midi Ninja drop. We're probably just gonna take a.
I think he stopped and then started playing again, so I think he's gonna come back in.
Yeah, I think Midi Ninja and Hyrulean are both gonna be coming back. He is back on. Hyrulean probably just had to talk to his mom a little bit because remember none of us are a professional player.
I have to play Overwatch.
Mom, I'm in my professional Overwatch league.
Exactly.
None of us are actually pro players.
Shows
of
them
course.
the Crusher 99 commercial. I'm gonna be him one day.
Oh,
come on.
Kevin just restarted his PC as his temp was at 80 degrees Celsius.
Yikes.
It looks like Chris placed at 25-19, which is pretty darn good.
Mhm.
You know, he was at like 27 or something last season, but he
I
hasn't.
want to die.
He hasn't played in a while, so.
You don't know until you're stuck at bronze for 2 seasons.
You
don't know.
Also, isn't it like partially your? It seems like there's a lot of lag on your computer a little bit, a lot of the time too.
Sometimes, I mean, now more recently because we've been changing different internet things in my house.
I see.
But I'm gonna hopefully fix that so I can get a little better.
Like I feel like you can play pretty well. I just like from watching your streams in Overwatch, it seems like there's like a second of delay a lot of the time for you, which.
Especially when I'm streaming, especially when I'm streaming. When I'm not streaming, it runs pretty well though.
Okay. Well, yeah, like seeing your Torbjorn and Junkrat play, it was like, dang, that's pretty good. You're getting some picks.
I personally like Junkrat. Junkrat's pretty fun, and I cannot wait for this next patch to come out because I'm going to murder people with double concussions, and it's gonna be the most funnest thing ever. Oh my god, I cannot wait.
I was there to see you get messed up a little bit, Chris. The only round that really went well for you and George when you were doing placements is when you were playing Mercy and he was playing Widow. It's the only game that they had a really hard time. They had some really bad teammates, unfortunately. Just like people not getting on the point. Yeah. Except for Lucio ball placements for me, apparently.
You don't like junk? Oh no.
Says the Junkrat / Zenyatta
We can't be friends, I'm joking.
Like, I think he just doesn't like the junk updates, which I don't think he's played them yet, considering how...
if you have the chance, get on PTR for at least a minute and low-key, and go on and test out this junk because I personally am extremely excited to see how this is going.
They didn't lower the damage of the mines, like they said they were going to. It's just you can
it's
destroy
just 2
them.
mines. You just have 2. Yeah.
It's so, and the alt, you can't run away from it anymore. Like if you're Mercy, like you cannot fly away from it. It will follow you.
Yep. Yes.
The only problem now for the alt is you accidentally climb up walls.
Yeah.
I'll interview you guys, you and Jonas next game, Hyrulean, is if you get back on soon. Unless you can't be on right now, then we'll have to get you a sub, and we'll definitely interview people probably next week and things like that. I don't know if we'll do interviews all the time. Next week, just so everybody can be involved, we might do a fun week. Chris changed his mind as soon as I told him what happened. I am.
You are?
I don't know. Brick is saying something. I am triggered.
Why? Why are you triggered, Brick?
He's brickered. Alright. Hey.
Unless something's
we got
happening.
a new watcher. James Alex has become our 2,601st watcher. Because we just recently broke 2,600 subscribers. So yeah, and I think Chris is going to come over and talk with us, I think, for a moment. I didn't see the messages. I don't know where he is. Oh, here he is. Hey, Chris.
Hi.
Sorry for not seeing your messages right away.
It's fine.
How'd you think from an outside perspective, how do you think the game went? Did you see any players that really stood out to you in that game?
I saw Kevin jump in a hole, but then I went and played my last placement match.
That's pretty much where you dropped
That's all
off.
you saw, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna go do my placement.
I was like, okay, this makes me really want to get placed, so I see like what I'm doing.
Hey, you still place higher than I have ever been, so.
Well,
and it's always gonna. And where did you finish? Yeah, because you haven't played in a while, and it's gonna place you usually 150 to 200 below.
2801, I think was my previous.
So we're just waiting. Oh, who the heck is this guy?
It's me. Is it your new watcher?
No, Iron Baptist.
Oh, Nano Dragon just wrote, could you let
Yeah, I got him.
spectate? Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna spectate. Did you see Brick get? Did you see Brick get the door shut in his face by Mitch? That's probably my favorite part of that round.
Yeah.
Mitch walled him off with an ice wall as Brick was trying to contest the point. So the overtime would end for his team to win because both were at 99. Mitch puts a wall up on the Nepal, whatever one that is like you have the upper ground on the right and then the lower ground on the left where the point is.
The like temple area, like the outdoor temple.
The outdoor.
I think it's called Shrine.
The shrine, yeah.
Yeah, and Mitch walled him off with May, and Brick couldn't get on the point, so they took it right from underneath him, even though he was there contesting really hard.
What a guy! What a guy!
What a good May play.
It was very good.
It's plays like those that make people upset at May.
Make people upset.
It may be the best play.
It may have been the best play that I saw the whole time.
Oh boy.
Hey, Pile Drivers here getting another point for Team Lucio. Yeah, basically the whole time Chris, George, and Dom were here, I punned them very hard. Not because I wanted to, just because that's how I am.
But May puns are so easy and so great.
Yeah.
They may be the best.
They also may be the worst.
Hey, listen, that's a matter of my opinion.
May opinion.
That's my opinion. Come on. Don't judge me.
All right. We're going to wait just a little bit longer to see if Herulian is going to get back on. If not, maybe we'll try to sub someone in. If not, then I might have to play.
Sub someone in the best backfill job.
The best backfill job.
Is that like some like lewd stuff that I'm not into yet? I'm
No,
gonna
it's...
Urban Dictionary this.
What? Backfill is like when you join a game late and they
What,
you
a
get
backfill
backfill.
job?
Oh my god.
No, not like
Well,
that. I guess you could read it like that.
You could if you wanted to.
1.2, baby Hanzo with the winky face. Thank you, Mitch.
I like the support, Mitch.
There's no entries for backfill job. I think you have an obligation.
Caroline, by the way.
I have my own personal Urban Dictionary of lewd words. Yeah.
Caroline,
totally.
By the way, Mitch is the person that will be doing the Reaper voice when we do the Talon video.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and Mitch, Caroline is the person that will be doing the Sombra voice.
Sombra.
Except she gets stage fright when put on the spot.
Occasionally.
Occasionally, like, hey,
Heart palpitations.
Really, if you can't get back on, that's all right. We'll jump into our next game. We might change the format to do 3 instead of 4 games because they're taking a little bit longer now. That's more of a production and stuff like that. But we'll see what people want to do because this could go until 11 o'clock at night if we don't get a little bit longer. Mind the Darhija or Hija, I don't know how to say it. Probably like another. We'll go to 9. We'll probably go to 9:10 is when we'll start.
I found the definition of backfill.
I'm scared.
You don't want to read that?
Then don't send it to me. I'm gonna read it.
I sent it to you.
I will not read it on stream though, because this already sounds.
For anybody in the stream who wants to hear. This,
no.
Read the sick nasty thing. It's in spam chat.
It's in the spam chat in Purple Watch.
Purple Watch Discord under.
Okay, wait.
That crazy monk guy.
It has an example of how it's used.
Oh yeah, dude. I like the hashtags.
This is so bad.
Hashtag landfill. Hashtag Tootsie
Okay, it says
Pop.
Tootsie Pop. Hashtag chocolate ho ho. Hashtag Coca ravioli. I don't even know what that. I don't want to know what that means.
I need to find out what this means.
Chocolate ravioli.
No, cocoa ravioli.
Cocoa, same difference.
What? No, hashtag cocoa ravioli. There's no definition. It's just going to backfill.
I love how intellectual this sounds. This definition sounds. No, we're backfill. My thing is, I did not come up with the definition of backfill. We just used backfill in Overwatch.
She honestly did. It was all her.
It was all my fault. Apologize.
Okay,
Let's see. Let's see.
Dominic, if you haven't read it now, you don't want to say yum to this. Just gonna point that out.
F Hanzo, he's garbage. Pile.
Pile, please.
We are nice to the enemy teams.
Well, I am non-biased. Chris is not. Chris is Team Lucio.
Team Lucio. Okay, listen, Pile. There's no reason to kick them while they're down.
Oh crap! This isn't fair because we have Team Lucios and as commentators right now.
Stuff, you don't call them stupid. I mean, come on. It's just rude.
We are nice to garbage sometimes.
Yeah, seriously.
I am full on Team Lucio, but Hanzo is warming up to me.
Listen, Hanzo's cute, but you need to show me that left
cute. Yeah,
sorry.
he has to show me that
other nip.
The other nip. It needs to come out, you know.
Like
this
McCree.
whole left nipple discrimination.
Like McCree finally broke out.
Yeah.
I am a Hanzo. Oops. My robes have dropped.
Oh no.
Like the dragon. The dragon has been freed.
Unleash the dragon.
I knew it.
I'm gonna turn Nano Dragon's Doom Fist into a Doom Sprain. Oh boy.
That sounds interesting. Wait, so how does Fist turn into Sprain? Like
I don't know. I'm not gonna question it.
I'm gonna need a
I feel like they're doing some kinky
paragraph?
stuff over there.
I mean a paragraph.
You'll need a paragraph in triplicate. Well, he's
Yeah.
only got 200 characters.
Well, I mean, listen, you just sends it 3 times. He has to retype it. No control, no copy pasta.
No copy pasta.
No.
With lots of skill.
All right.
Thank you, Tom.
And I expect it in about 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Go.
All right, you
Yeah,
got that,
5
Mitch.
minutes to
Better be
paragraph.
better be quick.
Yeah, if you hear me, I need it.
Everybody can hear you.
I got a fever. Annual prescription is that.
Everyone's
fucking
taking
paragraph.
their water breaks.
Caroline, if you had to pick, which team would you probably be on?
On what we have right now?
Of Hanzo or Lucio?
Oh, Team Lucio.
Oh yeah!
I've warmed up to Hanzo, but no, it's Team Lucio all the way.
Look at this team.
Look at this team. We're gonna do great.
I think all of us here are technically Team Lucio, but I'm rooting for both sides because I want it to be as interesting as possible.
Yeah.
I like the last
You guys
round.
got Mason. You guys got Mason. I mean.
Who is on
All
Team
right,
Lucio?
everybody that's here from Team Lucio today. Let's see. Brick is Hanzo. Jonas is Lucio. Nano Dragon, I believe, is Lucio. Let me actually look in the Discord here to see who is registered Dojo players and who's not. We got Jonas on Lucio, Dom on Lucio, George on Hanzo, Kevin on Lucio, Chris on Lucio. We got Brick on Hanzo, Paul on Hanzo, Nordy on Hanzo, Kongman on Hanzo, Mitch on Hanzo, Nano Dragon on Lucio, Mason on Lucio.
Not enough Hanzo. Need
We
more
got
Genji.
Cobra
Everyone's
on
a wizard.
Hanzo. We got
I'm
Hansbo
calling
on
it out.
Hanzo. We got Zune on Hanzo, actually, of course.
Zoom!
Team
What
Lus-
a betrayal!
He's always gonna be Hanzo
Fucking
though.
Weebaloo. God damn.
We got Hyrulean on Team Lucio. We got Pyle on Lucio. And that's it. It's mostly Team Hanzo right now. Team Lucio is gonna have to recruit some
It's okay, we're
players.
strong. Team Lucio is strong.
By
We'll
the
do
way,
this.
Cassin 1, there's absolutely nothing happening right now. The stream is pretty much over. Don't listen to what he says.
No.
All you need
No.
to do, you need to pay a
This is
small
kind of a
minute.
halftime.
No, this is
We're-
like this is a halftime where
We're
we
waiting
get
on
people
some members, and then we're gonna go on to a
fee
couple
of
more.
$25.
a small
Oh my
fee of
God.
$25.
25,000 will continue for the rest of the night.
Yeah, we'll continue for the rest of the night.
Well, if people do want to donate, there is a donation thing in the
There's a
description.
donate link at the
Except
bottom.
it does,
yes.
it plays a jump scare noise that scares the crap out of me.
It's $5 to join a team.
No, it's free to join a team. You just got to be part of the Discord. All right, Hyrulean's got
Hassan
2
1
minutes.
says, I want to be Team Lucio.
No more fucking
Fucking
Hansbo.
Hansbo.
All right, I'm gonna swap him over.
Yes.
I'm gonna put him
Going over
on.
Team Lucio, I'm for it.
All right, Hyrulean is getting on right now. He said.
Okay, tell Hyrulean I
nice.
say hi. Hyrulean, if you're listening, I say hi.
No, you don't.
is Red
You're a
Hawk.
liar.
Chris. I don't say hi apparently. Sorry.
He
My
says
bad.
he says hola.
I misconstrued my worst.
My worst.
I English gooderist. I speak American.
I speak Canadian, so English is not my first language. I'm sorry.
Maple syrup, my dude.
Where's Kaysen? I can't find Kaysen on the server list.
Hear my mom in the background talking to my cat.
I do not hear
Here,
her.
can I talk to
You
you
have to have a special cat language. You have to go really high pitch. Like, oh my god, you're kitty horrible. Just meow back at the cat.
Yeah, dude. Put the cat on the mic.
Yeah, he'll be really confused.
I don't know if Kaysen's actually part of my Discord or not, because I can't find him.
Kaysen
Are you a different name?
I think he's soldiers. I think he's soldier 76 something. Oh no, there he is. There he is. I found him. So now he is part of Team Lucio. So they have another Lucio supporter from Xbox? Xbox One, I'm pretty sure.
Ooh, got that X-Bone in here. Let's go.
X-Bone.
Cross-platform family.
I really is getting on now. Starting up his toaster PC.
Instructions unclear. Got dick stuck in toaster. I'm very calm about
Wait,
this.
I'm not tagged as anything. I
It's
need
not
to be
plugged in,
tagged
right?
Lucio right
No, it
this
is.
second.
Hmm?
It's getting really warm. Send help.
So mosquitoes are garbage, by the way. I'm gonna agree with you, but I also want to know why you say this, Dom.
You probably got mosquitoes.
Mosquito.
Mosquitoed.
What's the next map?
They want to know what the next map is.
Why do you want to know?
No,
I'm gonna ask, see which one they want.
Are we staying doing King of the Hill, or are we gonna do
Yeah,
any,
King of the Hill. King of the Hill.
okay.
We always stick to the same map type for each week. Next time is gonna be only Lunar Space Colony, though. Everybody's favorite map.
Oh no.
I played a comp game there. I got my ass. Wait, we actually won that game.
I got my ass. Oh wait, wait, we won that game.
Like, wait a minute.
So 2 votes for Lijiang Tower.
Lijiang's a nice one. Let's see what else people.
Let's look. I'm gonna list off the standings a little bit in the chat. So after the first 2 games, Captain Gus has 13 points. Kevin has 14. Dom has 1. Mitch has 13. Nano has 26. Shuxby has 14. Hyrulean has 26. And Brick has 1 point as well. So Brick and Dom are not on the same team again, which is good. So everybody has a chance to, you know, not win, like have a chance to play against everybody for the most part. We're almost done here. I think Hyrulean is actually getting on, but he's having a problem with his things.
This right here. See this ghost guy in the DOJO Team 2 chat. This guy. This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, Hyrulean, we're waiting on you, buddy.
Don't worry, no man left behind though.
Well, we will if you can't get on. We'll sub someone in. Thanks for 15 likes on the stream, everybody. Thanks for the support. I really appreciate that. It's awesome to have everybody here. We'll get started. Sorry for such a long delay. Normally this won't happen. Chris looks like he's going to be playing for Hyrulean instead.
Oh, am I now?
No, well, I already said Iron Baptist could join because he's been in here for a while spectating. Yeah.
I'll be here.
You can jump in next week.
Yeah, I was gonna do that anyway.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay,
I'm gonna go watch the activities of chairs.
Chairs?
What?
Also known as Game of Thrones.
Oh, chairs. Game of Thrones.
Activity of chairs.
Gonna watch Game of Thrones.
Activities on chairs.
Alright, I'm giving him one more minute. 1 more minute.
1 more minute. 60
One more
seconds
minute.
On the clock.
Oh, wait, he's there. There we go. All right, he's getting on. Perfect. Just got to change the map to Lijiang Tower for a third and final game of the night. As soon as he gets in, I think somebody might have invited him too early.
He's still loading up the Overwatch. He hears the noise and it's like, wait, no.
All right, I'm gonna
Took my 55.
move
Are
from
you
game and
counting
invite him
down?
back. All right. Hopefully he get it now. Trying to get in here. Chris skipped a few and went to 0.
Quick math.
Quick maths.
As far as I know, there isn't a shortcuts for math in that way.
I mean, listen.
Listen up.
Listen up. Here's the story.
Oh, wasn't
About a little guy who lived in a blue world.
Oh my god.
All right, here we
Day and
go.
all night, and everything he sees is
There we
blue
go.
like him,
All right,
inside and outside.
you're booting it in.
All right, Caroline, do you want to commentate this one? Like fully?
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty.
Everybody have a great day.
Excited for this one. We switched it up pretty nicely. I'm...
Thanks for joining us, Chris.
Good luck in all your streams.
Ooh, so we have some people contemplating roles here, but we have Brick on a Sombra, which is going to be exciting.
Brick on
I know,
Sombra.
I'm a biased opinion completely.
Sombrita.
And then we have Captain Gus going to fill in for the Mercy role on their team. Nano on Diva. So we're going to double tank over here with Midi on
Which is,
Winston.
but that Sombra pick could be really good for a double tank setup because of that dual healing, and the big health pack on the left could do a lot of work. Brick is actually a pretty decent Sombra. If Dirt was here, he'd probably still cringe though, because Dirt is a master level Sombra.
Oh boy. And on the blue team over here, we have Dom on his Soldier, which we saw in the last couple of maps was actually very good. So hopefully he'll get some good picks off of that.
This time he's
Nathan on Hanzo, Hyrulean Myth obviously on our Mercy here, and then Mitch gonna go ahead with our tank.
Mitch is bringing out the Reinhardt this time instead, which the only person we saw playing Reinhardt before was Jonas.
Was Jonas? Yep.
Looks like they got both teams pushing in. Brick hacking those health packs.
Yeah.
And I'll give the mic fully over to Caroline now.
So you have a Hanzo trying to might go down there. No, actually, that scatter shot coming in nicely to take down Midi there.
Kevin was a little upset with that one.
Ouch in the chat. Blue team capping it with their Mercy on here. Pulling out her gun for a bit. See if I can help out.
Dirt heard Sombra in the
gonna
chat and
bring
he
down-
he showed up.
Yeah, gonna bring down Captain Gus on Mercy there. They're keeping it nice. No one's really contesting. Might be a team kill if they can get Midi Ninja. Ooh, no, he's good.
Sombra, however, almost has her ult here. Mitch also
There
has
he
his,
goes.
however.
Yep.
Nano Dragon jumping right onto Doomfist again. Let's see if he can possibly do some work on
Got a
Shucksby.
little angry, so he's gonna pull out something that
He's ready to
might
fist
be
some
able to-
people.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, they're all gonna come from top, so let's see how that works out for them.
Oof. Oh boy.
Doomfist jumping on down, but not really. Oh,
Oh
there
boy.
we go. Picking out the
Mason just getting 2 kills.
Yikes.
Easily.
Yeah.
Hyrulean doing a good job of helping him up, but Midi takes him out.
Hanzo going down. But that's okay. Bringing 2 before he dies is great for a 4v4. So you have Hyrulean Myth 98%, so she'll have a res soon.
Right now, actually.
There
She's
we
got the
go.
res.
We have 3 ults for the blue team. Probably will be good.
Brick is the only person with his ult here. Kevin almost has his. Jonas, however, got
See, red
taken
team
out a
coming
couple
down from
times.
top
Oh
again.
boy.
That's gonna work out
He
for them.
manages to dodge the ult, but Captain Gus is by himself on the ground. Oh boy, he gets ulted by Mason immediately.
Ooh, a nice pin. Ooh, and takedown of Midi Ninja from Mitch over here. Pretty nice. Let's see if... Yeah, blue team's holding this. Pretty sweet.
This might be a little bit of a stacked team. Because we got...
Somebody still hasn't found a good time to go ahead and use her EMP, but we have Doomfist again trying this top. I don't think it's gonna work. He's tried it twice before, so let's see if he'll get another pick.
He's trying to look for that opportunity to push out with his team right now. Probably trying to take out Mason, because Mason is doing a good job of getting picks. And basically anybody that Mason isn't getting, Dom is getting. So, and Mitch is just keeping the Mercy alive. But Kevin does manage to take out Mason.
Good, yeah.
Nano does take him out, but here comes the res,
nice res
on both
from
DPSs back up. Mason gets a pick, Nano gets a pick.
Easily taking down Brick on his Tracer.
Nano taking them back out again. Nano coming in
Yikes.
hard. But he, however, is not focusing that Mercy. Does manage to punch her once, but it doesn't hit the wall. Trying to get in there. Does take him out. Captain Gus got earth shattered by Mitch. Trying to fly away. Trying to get around.
Taking down, yeah.
That
Ooh,
Nano Dragon
last hit there.
carrying that fight. Brick taking out the
He's on fire
respawns.
currently. Good job.
He took out 4 people in that fight by himself.
Flipping it nicely. Dragon's coming on in. Doesn't quite take anyone. So let's see. Ooh.
And we got
Hanzo sneaking in behind. Let's see if he'll get a pick.
Captain Gus, Jonas's friend Ninja Hammy is in the chat cheering him on.
Good.
He was our big donator during the 12-hour stream, donating $25, which is an amazing thing for him to do. Mason taking out Nano Dragon, trying to have a little bit of a 1v1 over there.
Didn't quite work out.
Mason was like,
fantastic on
nah, not having it.
People really underestimate these arrows.
Jonas is trying to do some work.
That one, ooh, taken out by.
Tried to do his best there.
On Roadhog now, so let's see if that helps. Yeah, flip it over.
He just got 2 picks. Right in a row. This looks like it'll be a little bit of a steamroll here.
Roadhog does have his ultimate very soon, which is going to be nice.
He's going to get it in just a moment. All he needs to do is heal once.
Jumping on in. Ooh, coming down, but almost having his ult there.
Trying to stall the point a little bit.
Over. Yeah, I think they're just trying to keep it on so that they can get a good overtime there. See, Brick does have his ult, so there we go. Pulls it out.
However, he's going to be pushed away by Mitch. Dom is going to be running around in circles, not allowing Brick to kill him.
Yikes.
Mini Ninja trying to do some work. It's just not working. They're having a rough time here. A lot of the key players are on different teams.
Mini Ninja.
He's a little upset.
A little confused there in the chat.
1-0.
Yeah, Mitch coming with that hook in the end. Apparently.
Hookman.
Cows go moo. Thanks, Pile. Thanks. Roadhog is meta.
Pile Driver giving us the real knowledge that we need in the chat. Teaching us how to play.
Alright, we see Brick going on the Zarya over here. Let's see if that could help them.
Possibly negate some damage. That's like his main tank to go to when he's playing, when he needs a tank. He can play other tanks, but Zarya is his main go-to one.
Yeah.
Possibly trying to get Nano safe when he dives in.
Hanzo jumping off the map?
Possibly pulling out a little VM, which could cost his team the first fight here.
That might cost his team. I hope that it doesn't do anything to...
The Hog is countering that Doomfist pretty well there, but Midi Ninja does manage to take him out. That Zarya might have been a good pick just for that aggressive pushing, allowing Midi and Nano to do there. And blocking a lot of damage that Mason can do on a single target right away. The red team is going to take that first point, probably because Mason wasn't in that fight.
Unfortunately. Don't know why, but...
We got Mitch jumping on the D.Va now instead. However, the Zarya does kind of counter D.Va, but D.Va does counter pretty much everybody else. Actually, no, Nano Dragon, the only person that's really countering is actually Midi on the Reaper.
Yeah.
My ultimate is charging.
Yeah, just kind of... Hopefully they don't stagger too much in and they can stay together.
Mason does get that pick on Midi.
Down, yeah.
Mitch trying to do some damage, but he's going to be taken out of suit here.
Yikes.
Not going to make him super useful. Nano Dragon does take out Mitch, but then he goes down to Dom. Captain Gus is going to slide to res Nano Dragon, which might have been pretty good, but Hyrulean edges the other DPS for the blue team.
Yeah, Baby D.Va down easily from Brick over here. They still have the point.
Nano Dragon's still going in, trying to play around him. Unfortunately, making Hyrulean run into Nano Dragon. Red team is going to be taking the point back pretty aggressively here.
They're holding this very nicely. Ooh, we have Dom switching over to a McCree. So let's see how that works out.
Dom is
He
preferable
almost had his
DPS
ult.
is McCree actually. He
Okay.
prefers to play McCree over Soldier a lot of the
Pulling out
time.
big guns.
Meaning trying to get that pick on Harulian, but she dives away rather quickly. Oh, Nano managed just to punch Destruction off the map. Unfortunately.
Ooh, their Mercy going down. Ooh, both Mercies down actually. So let's see who can take this one. Harley Myth, a little confused in the chat there as well. I think that was
Red team might lose the point
bad
here,
fist.
but maybe not. Mitch takes out Nano Dragon with the
Comes
recall
on
of the
in as
ult.
Reaper holding it out so that they do not
Reaper
get
does
that.
manage to stall it up to
is gonna flip
65.
over.
No, maybe not. Captain Gus jumping in there for a few more minutes, getting it a little bit more percentage, trying to get it to 70%.
Staggering
Zarya comes in. Zarya coming
Oh,
back
they-
on, but I think the Mercy's going to die. They're going to stagger it even more, probably to up to 75% here. Nano Dragon is back in here, doing a bunch of damage here, trying to get his ult possibly, and here it comes. Going to drop it down. Didn't
Meteor
get it quite
strike.
quick enough.
Where is it gonna come from?
He's going to zone out the
Ooh.
point, and he's going to jump it
Right
right on
onto
Harulian.
Harulian.
Harulian didn't have a fly target, but Dom is trying to
And Dom
deal with
taken down as
Nano.
well.
However, he hasn't really
quite
played
well.
much against Doomfist in his last couple months.
Yeah.
It looks like Red Team make a really good comeback with a great stall from
Gus trying his
Captain
best
Gus.
to kind of fill up everyone's healing here, getting his res, which is gonna help out with this next push. So let's see how that
They do
works
have
out.
4 people on the point. Blue Team is possibly getting a little cocky here after that first round. They were unable to get it back. Probably not anymore. Kevin able to pull it around.
No.
That's why he did come in second place, and Captain Gus in third. Is because they were able to be flexible about how they played the game. And
Yikes.
Dom does take.
does take down Dom.
As
but
Dom takes down
comes
him
back
as well.
from the Doom.
Red Team is going to be taking it here. A full
Another
hold
team
here.
kill.
No chance for the Blue Team to even get on that
Nice
point.
round. It was really good job. I mean,
That was a great turnaround.
yeah.
Kevin
Don't
a
want to be
little upset at Dom in the
a
chat.
little angry.
What did I do? I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm pretty sure Dom is the one that's been destroyed by Kevin a lot.
Yeah. So let's see. No one really switching or changing any roles. So let's see if they're gonna keep this up and hopefully spin it over and see how it happens. But this is a really good matchup. I feel like this is it's a good flip over.
Yeah, that's not how it works,
we have
Pyle.
a
There's
1-1, which is nice.
Pyle, there's Team Lucio players on both teams right now, and there's Team Hanzo players on both teams. It will only be one
It's a good
team and
mix.
another on specific weeks.
Yeah. So right now you can root for Team Blue or Team Red.
Yeah.
Not quite Team Hanzo or Team Lucio yet.
But if they're players that are Team Hanzo and Team Lucio, Shuxby is Team Hanzo,
Yeah, they're
Harulian
all
is
coming in
Lucio,
from this back here, so
and
they
Mitch
can-
pulls off his buddy Nano Dragon.
Nice.
They know each other, I think, from a different chat pretty well. He just managed to pull him off with that angry BM, but Red Team is going to
As
get a
he's
bunch of
healing,
kills
takes
here
it down easily.
easily.
Midi Ninja and them, yeah, heading back to point to go ahead and take it.
Mini Ninja just waving to the camera. Pretty much just waved to me.
Alright, I think they're gonna...
Red Team
I think
actually
thinking
making a
about where
really
they're
strong
gonna go right
comeback.
from. Yeah.
Blue Team having a hard time dealing with the Zarya. I think that was the big key pick here. Putting those
Yeah.
bubbles on people as they try to jump in, unable to do the full amount of damage. Mitch does take out Nano
Yikes,
Dragon.
Mitch taking down Nano Dragon.
Yeah.
That might not hinder them that much because they are pushing them back. No one's really at the
Oh,
point.
big-
Yikes,
big
getting
hook.
hooked and one shot by Mr. Mitch over here.
Mitch playing a
Not
really good
having him
Roadhog
might-
here
Might allow the blue team to go ahead and flip this over.
because they're not able to deal with Hyrulean. Mitch is being kept up. He's going to ult here, and that's going to take both of them out.
Ult.
Kevin wasn't having any of that. He wanted them off the point. Mason trying to get a couple picks. He's going to ult the point
Oh,
here.
we have some dragons coming on in.
It's going
Doesn't
to...
quite take anyone. But we do have Nano Dragon at 50. Getting some
Jonas
health.
does have his ult here for any res that's needed. Brick is pushing Mason back really hard. Punches him in with the face
Yeah.
with the gun.
Yeah, we have 3 of blue team almost getting their ults, so hopefully they can come back in for a good push.
Oh boy, Mitch trying to do some work here, but gets stunned out of that ult. Mitch almost on the edge, possibly trying to push him off here. He almost gets knocked off. He looks like he's gonna get pulled by Mitch.
Ooh, but saved.
Manages to run away. Captain Gus doing quite a bit of healing here. Brick trying to pull them all off, but Mason is now on the Junkrat, getting a bunch of kills.
Oh, a nice double rest from Captain Gus over here.
And here comes the meteor strike.
Meteor strike coming in from,
oh
nice.
boy!
Down destruction over here with his.
Dom unfortunately is getting destroyed this game, dude. He's normally does a little bit better than this, but I think the Doomfist is giving him quite a hard time. But Brick baits it out. And here comes the Reaper from behind, going on Hyrulean Myth. Midi Ninja going for Hyrulean. Hyrulean is down.
Dom coming on in with teammates falling.
I'm having a bit of a hard time with that. But here comes Mr. Mitch doing some work with the Doomfist. No tanks, but high damage coming in.
Stuns the Doomfist there and brought him down. Nice.
Mason shoots a ball randomly in that direction and finishes him off. Dom takes out the last person on the point by himself. But is anybody gonna get back in time?
Res from Hyrulean Myth. Ooh, and falling. Yikes.
Hyrulean?
At least
what happened there?
Someone before he fell. Feels bad, man. Oh, it happens to the best of us. It's okay.
Ooh, Dom gets comboed. Unfortunately, McCree is very easily comboed by Doomfist. Mitch, however, does manage to take out Captain Gus. Brick takes out Mason. Mr. Mitch punching Nano into the wall, but Brick taking out Mr. Mitch. They're trading back and forth. Hyrulean is the only person on the point, but Brick, MVP here.
Right over.
Brick really playing like a diamond level player here, even though he's ever really made it into plat. He's playing very well as a Zarya player.
Yikes, Captain Gus at half because of that Junkrat lobbing.
Unfortunately,
got his res, which might come in nicely. Ooh, Meteor Strike coming in.
Hyrulean is not going to have his res here, but does manage to take out...
Taking out Captain Gus here, so you do not have a healer.
Nano Dragon does take out Hyrulean though.
Midi Ninja coming in, taking down Doomfist.
And Nano Dragon with a tire and Junkrat ult. Kevin destroying Dom. Dom takes out Nano Dragon, but it looks like that's going to be it.
No one might get there in time. Yep. That was a pretty nice round.
Red team surprisingly just taking them out. Mason trying to do some work with Junkrat. They're just having a hard time getting past that combo that they have with the high damage, burst damage heroes of Reaper and, you know, Doomfist with the good heals from Captain Gus and the shields from Brick, able to do a bunch of damage as well.
Yeah, we did see Mason on a Junkrat over there, but now he's switching over to Orion.
Which is the original character he really started playing Overwatch with. He played a lot of Reinhardt, which I know he can play still very well. So maybe trying to give his team a little bit more space, having Dom behind him on Soldier again, might be able to change this up. Brick jokingly, I think, switched to Torbjorn for a moment.
And then switch it back to Zarya. They are indoors, so Reinhardt might help and work out for them in this one.
Ooh, Mitch getting that quick kill on Nano.
Yeah.
Shucksby going for that long charge that nobody saw coming. Shucksby going in on the two over there, just smack.
I think it's at 34. Ooh, and down from Shucksby over here.
He's just wiping everybody out over here.
Yeah.
He does finally go down to Brick, but Dom does
a good helix shot, taking down Nano.
Brick is by himself now.
That works out.
This is the team that blue team did win before. Looks like we got Nano swapping on the Tracer.
Switching to Tracer, yeah. Okay. See how that works out.
Here comes the ult already from Shucksby.
Yikes.
It doesn't do too much, and he does get taken out by Kevin. Dom does take out Jonas, Captain Gus. Nano trying to do some work here. Kevin gets popped by Mitch. Dom and Mitch are on the point. Nano trying to do some work. Barely recalls there. I think he looks like he's going to be ulting. Brickburner doing a very good job with that ult, and then taking on Nano.
Oh.
Doomfist
teabag there from that Doomfist.
Doomfist seems to be the man of the match a lot in these games, doing a lot of work. Nano switching onto Winston instead. However, another character that can get pretty easily countered by Doomfist. Kevin trying to sneak on the side, but I'm pretty sure they see him through the window, and Mitch is going to go out to counter him. Mitch is backing off here. He knows the Reaper sees him.
with its shield up, not really getting much done. They might come in from behind. Ooh.
We got Nano Dragon running around behind, gets that bubble. Mason goes for that long charge, at least back to safety, if nothing else.
Ooh, but taken down by Dom over here.
Nano Dragon gets rezzed
again.
Dom is gonna go down here,
but he does have his ult, so let's see if he can come back in.
That bubble saved him barely, and Kevin with that nice kill stops him at 50% now that they have the point.
Yikes! I think we have a bit of computer issues here. Hyrulean
Don't worry, I'm gonna be
down.
That's what he gave me a warning. I'm gonna be swapping on Iron Baptist in.
Are you going in now? Oh, okay, cool.
Iron.
Does he know, and is he good?
Is taking. Yeah, he knows.
Ready? Okay.
He knows that he was the sub. I think anyway.
Right.
If he doesn't spawn in a sec.
Blue team is actually doing pretty okay with only 3 team members.
Surprisingly, they just took this point. Iron Baptist jumping onto the Winston now that he's loaded into the game.
Capturing this point pretty nicely. Gonna flip it over here.
Dom swapped onto the Mercy for him real quick.
I think red team underestimating this only having 3 men here.
In 3v4, they can still do a bunch of work. Hyrulean did mention in a whisper that his internet might drop out. Dom trying to shoot some bullets in there, get some damage up.
I see they're coming in from the high ground. Doomfist going ahead and gonna ult here. See if he can get any picks.
Probably gonna jump on. He tried to jump on the Reaper, but that didn't work so well for him.
No, it did not.
Mason unfortunately tried to run around.
Sat down here, yeah. Trying to find a good spot here, Nano Dragon. Ooh, Reaper going ahead and taking down.
Iron Baptist unfortunately goes down. Looks like the red team might make a big comeback here. Unfortunately, Hyrulean said he might drop out. His internet is not the most reliable thing in the world. Blue team gonna have to make some big work.
Trying to take down the Bastion over here.
Bastion, however, does counter Doomfist rather well.
Finding some good help from his teammates over here. He was able to sit down, kind of push him back here.
Oh, unfortunately, he catches Captain Gus, but I don't think that's who he wanted. I think he wanted the Bastion.
Bastion is sitting here with his ult, so we might see that come on in.
Bastion is still very strong in 4v4 situation.
Yeah.
We got Pile voting for the red team in the chat.
Here. Bubbled. Gaining some. Wow, Midi Ninja coming in with an ult, but only getting Dom over here.
Dom and Mason he managed to get actually as well.
Nice.
Red team have a strong hold on this point though. They might need to make a switch. Mr. Mitch is coming out with his own Bastion, hopefully trying to have more shield presence on the battlefield with 2 shield characters like Winston and Mason on the Reinhardt. He's going up top, got him with a little bit of a surprise. Mitch tried to get the Mercy as well. But Mercy's gonna res the Bastion.
Hopefully that'll help out.
Iron Baptist jumping in, and here
Mason
comes
coming in with an ult and brutally murdering everyone.
Pretty much. Dropping him out.
Midi Ninja's still there. Ooh, team kill. Blue team flipping that over quite nicely.
Brick jumping onto Reinhardt now, his secondary tank, possibly trying to get a full shield for them.
Both
we have 2
around
ults.
70%, so it's flipping very, very nicely.
Blue team don't want to give it a 3-1 lead, a 3-1 win for the red team, so they want to do some work back here. They brought it back quite a ways here. Red team trying to group up, possibly going high ground. Kevin going around at low ground.
Yeah, jumping on in from above. Going ahead. Ooh, and Nano is going to go ahead and ult.
Brickbird trying to do some work. Mason taking out 2 people with a charge.
Yikes. Brick going ahead and taking down Mr.
Iron Baptist trying to do as much work as possible here. But I think the blue team might have it. Red doing a bunch of work here. They're going to just take it back at 99%. Brick was able to get him after help from Nano Dragon. Dom is going to res 2 of them.
Resing both of them.
Oh, Mason missed his charge. He knew he had to get it off quick.
Yikes.
But unfortunately, that's going to be an easy kill for Nano Dragon. Dom is getting smacked around. Mitch trying to get in there and ult, but unfortunately it didn't last quite long enough.
Yeah.
And red team
taking down Dom
are taking this back.
Blue team is going to have to see how that works out.
Brick and Nano both have ult, however. This could spell the end for the blue team. Mitch jumping back on the Doomfist.
Ooh, and pinning it at spawn.
They're pushing him up hard, trying to get those kills.
Bringing it back. Brick still at spawn, not quite at the point, but
Nano Dragon is gonna ult from point. Dom's gonna be taken out by Kevin from behind. Brick trying to get back into the point. Pins Iron Baptist with a very good pin there. Mason trying to desperately get on the point.
Yes.
And that's gonna be game.
Wow. That's gonna be game. Nice round.
That's gonna be our final game for the night, everybody. But we might have a couple interviews. I think 1 or 2. Captain Gus.
The game actually going to Captain Gus as a mercy.
Let's see what this res is right here. I think it's a 2-man res.
Might be a dub. There you go.
And I think they helped him do a bunch of damage. It's gonna.
Because
he res.
yes.
Because Dom ulted and he res the person that killed Dom. Alright, guys, let's see who they vote here. They all did some really nice stuff here. Red team did a really good job pulling it back. Midi Ninja's gonna get 4 votes here. Mr. Mitch with the 2. They all did a really good job here. They all did a really good job here in this final game.
Ninja Hammy still rooting for Gus in the chat.
Yep.
Nice.
We're gonna go back to lobby here.
Crowd.
All right, first we're gonna get a couple interviews. One from Captain Gus. I think of that. We're gonna pull Captain Gus in here first, and then we're gonna talk with everybody. Hey Jonas, Captain Gus.
Hi.
Hello. How was that? You also got play of the game. Congratulations. How'd you feel about that?
Literally the first words when I saw this is, "What did I do?"
Yeah, you were pretty great on that Mercy throughout that round. How did you feel throughout all the round?
I healed people.
How did you feel? What was the communication at the beginning there? Because you played Mercy that entire time. You didn't pop out the Reinhardt. What was the communication with your team of why you didn't go into that Reinhardt?
Well, everyone kind of picked, and then
you just
didn't have a healer, so I decided to fill in the Mercy.
I see. All right. How did you feel like after that first round, like that they kind of steamrolled you? How did you guys feel? Like, what was that big change that made you win 3 in a row?
I really think it was mostly just the Doom Fist, and then once they countered that, we just switched. It was the Zarya did work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brick did some work there.
Zarya was like MVP.
Yeah. All right. Well, pleasure to hear that. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for being a part of Dojo, Jonas.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
I'll be here every week.
Good.
All right. What one person do we want to pull in that we haven't talked to? Well, we've talked to everybody here. Is there any person that you want to bring? Yeah, because the other person that we would have talked to was Hyrulean, but unfortunately Hyrulean did crash out. His internet is a little bit of a problem. He did let me know though, so he's not going to lose any points for that. He just won't get the full amount of points for his team.
We could bring in Dom.
Bring Dom back in. See what he thought about that.
He had a bit of struggle.
He had a rough game a little bit, but we'll talk to him. Hey Dom, here for another final game interview. That was a rough game, a little bit. What do you think?
How'd you feel about that? Yeah.
Well, I was really pissed when they hold on. This was the shittiest thing. After we lose Hyrulean, they switched to Bastion. Like, how much of a dick do you have
hard
to
be
counter?
Hard to counter, especially with only 3.
You can't. Like, that's such hard BM.
What do you think was the first round? You guys destroyed them quite easily. What do you think? Why do you think that happened? Why do you think they pulled it around and went 3-0? Even if you didn't lose Hyrulean, they were still beating you guys pretty well. What do you think that the problem was?
Garbage.
Was there any like, how did you feel about the communication of the group? And do you think that there was any switch that could have been that could have helped in the end? That you guys just didn't do anytime sooner? No.
Not particularly, I don't know. It's just
This is a rough game.
Just a rough game. It happens.
All right. Well, thanks Dom for joining us for Dojo. Hope to see you next week. Thanks for hanging around. All right. that was a little bit of a rough game for everybody there on that team.
Yeah.
I think Brick was the big factor. Unfortunately, Herulian did drop out, but he wasn't doing as much work as he was in previous rounds, keeping people alive, because he was getting focused down by Nano and Kevin quite a lot. And with the help from Brick, that was just a key anchor point there.
Could help. It could really hurt your team, you know.
So, Paul is voting for, is screaming Brick in the chat, one of Brick's best buddies.
Brick!
So, thanks for 19 likes in the stream, guys. Thanks for being awesome supporters of the stream. We're going to give us a little bit of chaos in the stream because we're going to jump into the group chat with everybody, and we're going to get some comments from everybody. Here we go.
Wins, and it's me.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, look who it is.
Oh, why am I here?
Why are you here? Well, that was the last game for the night.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that was the last game for the night. I'm going to put in people's points properly. So, yeah. And then I'm going to give the scores.
Full complete lead. Okay, let me tell Iron that's the last game.
Yeah.
Freaking Hanzo and Bastion, I swear.
Yeah.
What?
Hanzo and Bastion. No,
that was the first game.
Caroline.
Look, I thought Caroline was going to join me. She can move.
Be in here too. Drag her.
There we go.
Hey.
There we go.
Well, you can join it, I'm pretty sure, can't you?
I couldn't, no.
Wow, that's... Alright, I'll have to fix that. Hold on. Sorry about that.
Wait, how is it locked to you?
It's locked to me.
Because she's Dojo commentator. Alright. So, Iron Baptist gets points for playing that round as well.
I'm so bad. Herulian, it's alright.
It's okay.
At least it wasn't an actual comp game.
Yeah. It happens, it's alright.
The entire time. Holy crap.
Anyone want to go for a 6-stack after this and carry me to diamond?
Fuck no, I'm gonna go play some shit.
I'm in gold.
You're gold because you belong there. You'll
Wow.
stay there, young man.
Does that
He beat you that last round.
I played a diamond level because I won every match and I'm playing against
Yeah,
diamond.
let's see. Nano did win all 3 games. The only other
You
person...
guys lost to a gold. How do you feel?
However, Captain Gus and
I feel
Herulian
cheated.
both won 2 games.
Me and
Midi
Sierra-
Ninja also won 2 games. Brick won 1 game. Mitch won 1 game. Iron Baptist
Get out
got
of
1
the
point.
veggie chip bag.
And Dom didn't win any, unfortunately.
Bad cat.
Another point, getting back though.
This is so bad for you.
What?
Dom got
Why
messed
is that
up by the Doomfist. Alright, but
Yeah,
guys,
you guys countered my Doomfist real hard. That's why I went Bastion.
Yeah.
Turtle.
Counter Doomfist with Doomfist.
So, what did you guys think?
Okay.
The new people. What did you guys think of?
On the last control point, I've said this to Mitch. On the last control point, whenever you initially killed me as Doomfist, I uppercut. You hit my feet.
I know, it's so annoying to actually be hit by that.
You tagged my feet.
Yeah.
He has a thing for feet fisting.
Oh boy. Only a
but-
little frustrating.
But let me hear from everybody
I remember
generally.
when I tagged your feet. I was like, whoa, wait.
Did I really?
I just killed him. Okay,
So
let's go in.
I think the physics of that was you hit my feet and then I hit my head on the door frame. Really hard.
Probably.
Ouch.
All right, but from everyone, what do you think of Dojo as a whole, like in general?
Yeah.
That was fun. I enjoyed it a lot.
I had a lot of
Maybe because I
fun,
won, but
I was-
enjoyed it
I
a lot.
like
got
Dojo.
triggered. This is like a comp game, but with people that you know.
It's like a mini comp game, but you're generally gonna have pretty good teammates. They may not be, the best person in this group, but they will still make some good plays. Like
Nano.
Nano made some really big plays with Doomfist. Mitch had a couple really good plays with Doomfist and a couple other characters. Jonas had a good job with Reinhardt for a while. The first round, Mason destroyed everybody as Hanzo. And then Brick had a really good play with Zarya, and that's pretty much what.
My favorite play was on Reaper. It was on the first round of the Nepal. And we were just about to lose, and I teleported onto the point last second.
Yeah. However, each week, I haven't really mentioned this, but each week I'm gonna give it's a team point for the person that made us laugh, something that was just really amazing, epic, something like that.
We have to bring up May.
Oh yeah,
Nepal.
that point from Mitch blocking Brick out of the point.
Mitch did a fantastic job.
That's why he gets
down the overtime.
That's why he gets an extra point for his team. For Team Hanzo. Yeah, you get it.
Team Lucio.
He's Team Hanzo.
Unfortunately, he's Team Hanzo.
So every week, for doing something like that,
piled up all the
people
points
get.
for Team Lucio.
There's a scoreboard I'm not seeing.
How do you
There's
win
a-
points for your team?
So you win point for your team. So there's player points, which are just from games. There are team points, which either for showing up in the stream, you can get an extra point, and saying hello, just so I can see it and read the messages back. You can also get from what Mitch just got from getting the MVP of the game of the night, and then you get one for just showing up and playing all the games. So unfortunately, Hyrulean doesn't get the point for Team Lucio because of it. But the one problem though, I feel bad for him. Unfortunately, I knew it was gonna happen. But so like you get points just for showing up. So I'm gonna tally those up, and those will be up soon, as well with the leaderboards for the 3 games that we played.
Might not won my player points, but I won the Hanzo points. Team Hanzo, at your service.
Team Lucio's best.
Alright, I'm gonna go head out and play League with Paul.
Wait, so what team's in the lead right now?
I think Team Hanzo is in the lead just because most of the people here are Team Hanzo players. Team Hanzo has like a
What about those wins for Team Lucio?
Those got added in as well, but
yeah. I will make sure to add all those together.
Walkie-talkie.
All right, Caroline are gonna jump back into the commentator booth.
So I'm gonna head off.
Right.
Oh, I want to join you, Nano.
Mason,
Okay,
play PUBG, George.
Wait, I think you're outside of Iron's SR range.
What's Iron? You're playing with Iron?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Friend, man.
All right, but thanks for coming, guys. We'll see you guys in a little bit.
Alright.
There we go. Oh, hi, Jonas. Whoops. I accidentally pulled Jonas in there. All right, so guys, thank you so much for joining us in the stream, and thanks for Caroline for helping me out, and also Little Monster. This is DOJO Season 2, which is a completely different thing comparatively to the normal competitive seasons, because it's played with 4v4s, things like that, and it's commentated. Sorry you're joining in so late, but we're just about ending. You missed 3 matches. If you want to go back and tune into the stream, feel free to do so. But Caroline, what'd you think? Did you have fun?
That was fantastic, especially as my first being able to actually watch DOJO and be involved. That was great. I cannot wait for next week. It's gonna be fantastic.
We'll be back next week with a fun week, which will have a bunch of custom games. Everybody's allowed to play in it, so we'll have Spooky and Dirt and all those people allowed to play. Get everybody involved for the 2nd week, and then we'll have a bunch of normal weeks again and again. So, otherwise, guys, thanks so much for watching, and remember, I don't know what I was gonna say. Never mind. Have a good night, guys.
A really good pun. I'm like, do it good. Do it some good justice.
I'll have to bow my head in defeat. Have to bow my head in defeat.
Spend the rest of the night trying to think of Lucio and Hanzo pun.
Yeah, I just made one. I'll have to bow my head in defeat.
Oh, there you go.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.